Ew, look at me. It's really lagging already.
I wonder why. Yeah, it is.
They don't like your channel.
Somebody broke my channel.
You're better off just using the phone.
Wait, okay, I think it's getting better. Are we live
Let's
yet?
see.
Are we live?
Yeah,
Okay.
we're live.
All right. My squad move in. Squad get into position.
Oh yeah, I do see you're on there.
Before we get the party started.
I do see you're on
Good. Good. It's been a long time.
Mariah,
Sitting
in the
left you.
house.
Nice. Look, I'm getting in mad late. What up, homie? Mariah.
Yeah, we're lagging on this.
Or is that 60-second shit? There's some new qualifications to get this shit started.
No. Hey,
what up,
mommy?
What's Gucci?
I'm gonna unplug everything. Like,
I say we're shutting the internet down for the rest of the room, putting all the power right here to this live. How you doing? What's Gucci, Mariah? We'll get to that. Wow, look how dusty and shit. I should have checked, make sure I was fresh and shit before I came over here. But we're doing good. We're doing good. Doing well. Well, if my English teacher was, what the fuck is that? Y'all see that little glowy thing? You're trying to shut my shit down. Look at this. This is crazy. Things are going well. Things are going good. We'll get to that in a second. Make sure my peoples get in. 5 people up here already. Only one like. I know we could do better than that. Let's go. It's been a long time. I thought y'all missed me. Show me y'all missed me. Nah, I just play it. What up, squad up, Christy? I see you. I literally came in from a little getaway. Oh, okay, all right. Nice. Nice. Where you go? Where did you get away to? Like us getaway right now is just like, hey, we're going to Walmart. Y'all stay here. But things went well. Things is going well. Cape Cod. Nice. Sounds fancy. Nice shit. Cape Cod. As soon as you said that, I don't know. I just thought about a waterfall, and you just like just out there waterfall, just the whole family just standing there like.
Hey guys. Sherry, Mariah.
Sherry? I didn't even see Sherry. What up?
Yeah.
Sorry, Sherry.
Are we lagging? Are we good?
I think we're okay right now.
So
I feel like we're good.
We're on my laptop.
Hopefully.
So look,
pixels are good.
It's only giving me 420. Like what the hell?
It's a sign.
Like I look all foggy over here. You're nice and clear.
So the background is foggy.
And look.
But the front is clear.
It only gives you, look at the screen. It's not even a full screen.
I look really exfoliated right there. My face looks like I used like special creams and shit for this live. It looked like I lagged right there, but I didn't lag right there. It's good to know.
Oh,
good to know. She said, that's my sign. It's like, what time is it? 4:20?
Oh, I'm going to share the live.
Why not? Sharing is caring. Got 5 people up in here still. All right, well, you know what? Sure. That's me. That's what Kilo brings to the table. Me and my 5 homies. Yo, we roll deep everywhere we go. You know what I'm saying? We all got the matching shirts, so y'all know we together as a team and shit. We make sure
don't forget to like
send
the video.
memos out. And
don't forget to like the live when you come in, guys. Because you know we need it.
Y'all already know. Squad up.
Listen, I was like, we could just go on mine, because it always gives us a hard time. Like if I go on my phone, we're good. But hey Maria. But he was like, nah, I want to go see my people, I'm like, cause my people are my people, but his people that come in here, he's like, I gotta see my people, if they're still there for me, I'm still there for them, and I want them to know that I'm still here. So yeah.
Wow, that sounds better coming from you. It's inspirational.
I'm unpacking my ish, so I'm gonna be quiet for a second. Where is it? Did she go?
Yeah, do it. Got the tan and shit going on. You good. Do what you
Who was that?
Christy.
Okay, so she just got back.
What up, Joy? Just got back.
Oh, Joy. Joy Nevo's in the house.
I think I gave it a double salute.
Joy had corona, guys.
Look.
Yep, she had COVID.
It's crazy, see? And your body just healed itself, didn't it?
We don't know.
You didn't even have to go anywhere.
How are you, Joy?
Like,
her and her son. Her and her son had it.
Just quarantine ourselves. We're gonna be fine. You have to be worried and shit. You want to just go to the hospital? They might keep you and shit. Like,
no,
we can beat this.
They didn't keep her.
Green leaves and vegetables. No.
I don't know. Who's the hater in here? Somebody already thumbs down. What is there?
Thumbs down already? Maybe they accidentally pressed thumbs down. Because,
my daughter just tested positive 2 days ago. Still got the COVID, but we are good. Okay.
Of course. Good. We good. What you mean? There's too much stuff we're hearing about all the rest of the stuff. I didn't want to say anything just in case, you know?
Yeah, I don't.
But yeah, I don't want to get into it.
Don't, because they will take down your live with a quickness. Don't even say COVID.
But I'm just saying, I feel we are good. I think we have the right to feel the way we feel. You know, someone made a point like, if everyone knows the dangers of everything that we do, you still have the choice to do it or not, you know? So,
and
anyway,
Sarah's daughter just
there you go. God got us.
Well, you know what? At least you know Joy had it and she's okay.
Joy
and pain.
Sunshine
and rain. I got my crown still. Look.
Squad.
Guys, this is how you know. What up, Top? This is how you know we haven't had a good night. Kilo been hurting. I was sick for the longest. We had the kids.
So I mean, it's been good. I've been good, but I've been like,
it's my same bottle.
You guys are gonna be happy to know. Can I say what I did?
You can say it because they're gonna see it.
Okay, good.
Kilo had a baby.
That sounds so weird.
I know.
I mean, it's like slightly true almost, but
guys, hold on. Before you say, I'm only putting this much in my little cup because last time,
for those that are measuring,
for those who are measuring, yeah, last time I was twisted, and I'm not trying to get twisted.
Like
especially because I didn't eat really no carbs tonight. I just had salad with chickpeas.
Exactly, light shit. I feel the same way too.
So I'm probably gonna get twisted anyway.
Yeah, you're definitely gonna get twisted. But got nothing heavy. Make sure you don't laugh too hard.
Imagine.
That would be crazy and disgusting.
Arlene, hey Arlene. Hey,
up, Arlene?
Top of the line dime.
That's your baby, Kilo. Thank you.
Oh yeah,
he was about a 4 millimeter.
About your baby.
Well, backstory.
They know. Everybody here knows.
For like weeks, if you don't mind me crying a little bit more.
Yes, no, don't cry.
To build up the sympathy.
Don't be a bitch. Don't be a bitch.
Just to build up the I've been in pain for a long time.
Long time. They know this.
And then there was a couple of days where I was experiencing the tinglies. And it wasn't good. It wasn't good, and I was really concerned. But I was being strong because I knew that I was getting an appointment soon. And I know what I got the kidney stones, whatever. But one came out, she was like this big. About that big. It came out, and instantly after it came out, I felt better. Like the cramps was gone, the tinglies was gone. Like, I was mad nervous. In fact, boo, to tell you like the real story, like
because I don't really know.
I came upstairs because I was drinking mad water. I'm drinking lemonade in the water. No, not lemonade. I'm the lemon in the water. I'm drinking the freaking apple cider vinegar. Like I'm like drinking all this in the one day. Like I got the 16-ounce bottle, and first I drink it with just water and fill it back up. Drink it with the lemon, fill it back up. Drink the apple cider vinegar, fill it back up. Somebody has suggested before in one of the comments that get something called like kidney stone breakers.
Oh yeah, I don't know who it was.
We even got that shit. I was drinking that shit nasty as hell too.
But we don't know if it worked.
What?
Maybe it worked.
Drinking so much water, just excessive amount of water. And nothing was coming out. I was really getting discouraged. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was really getting discouraged. And I'm like, I'm not in pain, but I'm just in discomfort.
Hold on one second. Pause. Proud mommy Sarah is getting her surgery for her kidney stones on the 20th. One of hers are 7 millimeters. Kilo's was 7 millimeters. And they I don't know what kind of surgery you're getting, Sarah.
Hopefully you're getting the one I got.
The blasting.
The blasting.
Because, well, maybe they're going in manually. I don't know. But he passed the 4. It came out like a 4 millimeter.
I'm not gonna lie to you. And this is not to discourage or anything, but it all started. I had the 7 in my left. Not that we're competing with kidney stones or nothing. You know what I'm saying? But
okay, it's the blasting one. So is this your first time?
Perfect.
Is it your first time, Sarah? Because Kilo could tell you what it's like.
Yeah.
So you're not nervous.
Yeah, definitely nothing to be nervous about.
It's the blasting one. Any acidic will dissolve kidney and gallbladder stones slowly, but it works. So keep drinking.
And you know, when you're extra desperate, and that's what I mean. Like I got past the pain.
She said, yes, it's the first time. You're terrified. Don't be. Kilo's going to tell you exactly what happens.
Yeah. And you really don't have to be terrified. Because it's not like it's just it isn't like an open surgery, like a knife surgery type thing, you know what I'm saying? Which is always a good thing, because I think that's what's really boggling to the mind, like someone cutting you open and shit to save your life, you know. But you get put to sleep and you don't even feel the surgery, and then these doctors are so good that you don't even know that you've fallen asleep until you wake up and there's like a bagel and some coffee in front of you, because you're not going to be able to eat 24 hours or drink anything, you know what I'm saying? So you're going to wake up and be like, oh wow, that's good. Now I've had the surgery done a few times, so I want to say that I had the full spectrum of experiences, because this last time, usually when I get that surgery done, and I want to say this is my 3rd or 4th time getting the surgery done.
Yeah.
Usually right after the surgery, which most likely you're going to be the same way, I felt great, and I was able to, expel the stones out.
Great, right
with
after
no problems.
He got out, he was good. Like right after he got out,
dancing and shit, moonwalking.
He was good, Sarah. Like he didn't even have the surgery. Like he never had no kidney stone. He was good. Back
to normal. That's all we could say, right? Back to normal. But you're able to do shit. It's not in the back of your mind, the kidney stone is a pain like no other. Like you can't explain it to somebody, and they'll never know what it feels like unless they actually had kidney stones, But my experience with this one has been completely different. But it was funny because it was the whole spectrum of it. Because remember in the beginning, they kind of had me thinking that it could be like bladder cancer and everything. Remember, like I had this really weird experience with this last one, 100%. And normally, where I would feel great after the surgery, this time it continued. The pain was still there. Like I even went to the point where I was brave enough I was also scared enough to allow them to go manually into my body with the camera from my
Phoenix,
my baby maker, you know what I'm saying? But that experience was so painful.
My baby maker.
that experience was traumatizing. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like I never want to have to experience that type of discomfort and pain at the same time ever again. You know what I'm saying? But this time, the reason why I'm bringing that up is because passing the remnants of this stone after they blasted it has been that same pain. Like I'm getting that, like something stuck inside somewhere where it shouldn't be stuck. And like there's nothing I could do about it besides I like the tingles. Like it's crazy. I know most of y'all are women, but for the men, like I don't know if I say like a urinary tract infection is equivalent to what it feels like, but like it almost burns when you pee. Like it was, but I knew it wasn't a urinary tract infection because I experienced that before and it wasn't as painful, But I had these tingles, like it was. I don't want to speak too graphic, you know what I'm saying? But it was, it was like right in the the helmet of the soldier. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it was like for 2 days, it was just like the fuck, like what the hell? And they're blasting it. Like, to go back a little bit, when it first started, I had a 7, just like you. I had a 7 in my left side, and I had 2 4s in my right side. Now they can't do the blasting surgery on both sides the same day, so they took the bigger one. I never urinated out that blasting, but after I got blasted, I felt great. Like, I felt real good, and I knew I had 2 4s in the right side. But man, I feel great right now. Like,
hey Jesse, welcome back, babe.
I'm not gonna jump to the freaking right side or anything. I'm not gonna get the surgery unless I really, really need it. Like, right? Like, I guess I'm good. I guess all that weird pain was just from the left side. But I never urinated out a stone. At least I don't believe so. I was catching it, because believe me, you know when it pops out, because it
You
just
did
feels
one
funny.
time.
Sure, I didn't catch it if anything, but
You did
I didn't.
catch it.
I feel like I didn't pee nothing out. So now all of a sudden I start getting that pain again, and it's the right side. But this time, instead of there just being 2 4s in there, now there's a 5.3 that's stuck in the ureter, and there's 2 4s and a 3. Like, wait, what? Where's all these stones coming from? And I got a cluster in the left side still, because I had got the, what's that called, babe? Ultrasound.
Yeah.
Got the ultrasound done. And they're like, well, you still got a cluster in the left side.
Guys, they had to give him an ultrasound to see his baby.
I'm just saying, that's the side they broke up. So now I'm walking around with 5, 6 stones.
Yeah, but nothing.
One of them fucking with me right now. That's the right side.
Compared to that 7mm stone you had. But anyway, look, Jesse Lynn. So anyway, point being, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. It's really
okay.
Easy.
You got small. Damn, that sucks.
And Kilo had it multiple times, and Kilo's a big baby, so
I am a big baby.
But
they're mad cool. Like, you're gonna go there. It's gonna be. They're gonna, like, I can get into details with it. Like,
Lucky Ladybird. You could message him.
What up, Lucky?
You can message me on IG, and he could talk to you about it more. But Lucky Ladybird said no box nor packaged food, Kilo.
Right, and that's what
we're trying really hard.
So that's why I was like, that's what I was leading up to. Now I have all these stones in me, but just a couple months ago, I only had a 7 and 2 4s. So that's when the doctor, like, and y'all saw the video. The first thing she said was, "What are you out drinking?" So you know that drinking is mad important for the prevention of kidney stones. Like, what are you drinking? And I just happened to stop drinking soda, stop drinking coffee, like, because I was drinking the apple cider vinegar, and it helped me kind of beat the thing. Like, I only drink coffee if I want the taste of it real fast.
I don't know why you're using that cup, but
no, I said I'm gonna blow everybody's mind.
He does drink coffee though.
You can pretend there's coffee in here if you like.
No, he does drink coffee. He does drink coffee now. I don't know why he's using that cup.
Water
There's
and
not
everything.
Coffee in there, but he has been trying to drink the coconut milk. I think today was the first time in a long time that he had cream in it. But the doctor way back, see, this is what I'm saying. I think you caught a stone, I think, and he said that type of stone wouldn't be caused by coffee, because we thought it was a coffee, and you stopped drinking coffee. Remember? Yeah, I'm pretty sure he tested something. Maybe he tested your pee. I don't know.
I don't remember.
But anyway, I forgot my.
But most likely, I don't hate that.
But Jessie said that she's been I started watching you guys when I was in Detroit. This is our first week in the mountains.
Let's go.
Of New Mexico. So I'm so grateful for your videos. It keeps my spirits up during this big move.
Oh, that's what's up. And you know what? That feels good, because that's exactly what we want to be here for. We want to inspire people, and build each other up, man. It's important, man. We all need it.
Hey, Amy.
Salute. But yeah, the first question she asked was the water. So now the second is what you're eating. And that's why we became into this journey of trying to find a way of, because I finally caught one, and now I can go there and get it tested and know exactly what's going on. Right. That's the best part. If we couldn't catch one, okay, he was peeing them out, but they were like sand crystals, and I'm like, so small.
And you should have saw me, because I was digging right up in there. You know, I'm not afraid. Like, I want to get one because I want it to be done. I want to know what it's coming from. You know what I'm saying? If it's coming from meat or too much protein, too much dairy, too much whatever.
Me too.
We need to know.
Me too, because it's really messing me up. Like,
so I was digging up in there, and all I could find is like grains, like a piece of sand. And finally, it came out. I was so happy. No, they said that caffeine wasn't the cause of his stone.
Not at that time.
Right.
Not at that first time when I caught it. And I don't care. That's why I didn't bring that up, because I felt like that was like the first or second time. There was a third time where it was, like I said, the 7 that I feel like I didn't pee it out. But maybe I did pee out like grains and salts of it. Like, I don't know. But after they did the testing, there was still a cluster in the left side. So yeah, there's some still in there.
Nah, but Kilo hasn't really drank coffee like that, Ladybird, for at least a whole year. Like, he'll make a cup of coffee in the morning.
I used to be addicted to the coffee.
The only time you see him drinking coffee is when we go out. He'll go to Dunkin' Donuts and get a coffee, but still he never finishes it.
Not even. Like, it's crazy, like, my journey with the caffeine.
Nah,
because I was drinking like 3, 4, 5 cups a day.
The whole thing is, when Kilo quit smoking cigarettes, he needed that oral, like, hand to mouth thing. So that's when you always saw him with a cup of coffee. He's still, back in the day, he never even finished that coffee. But like now, he really doesn't drink that much coffee at all. At all. Like, he bought that coffee because he went to the gas station and he gave me half of that coffee. Like, so I don't know. If they say coffee, then he never going to drink coffee. But I can't see him getting a 7 millimeter stone this time because of coffee. Right?
Right.
Because you really haven't drinking it like that.
I'm interested to know exactly what's causing it. So now that way I could really like tailor make my decisions going to the future. Like, this experience has been really bad, and if I could find a way of preventing it because of changing my diet or way I'm eating or what I'm drinking, then
see, Sarah,
I'd rather do that.
You know, my mom said that. My mother was like, "Why didn't they have him do a 24-hour pee test?" They never did. And when we go back to your doctor, I'm gonna ask him about that. But we caught the stone, but still. But how much water is he drinking though? This has to be a gradual buildup. When he plays basketball and stuff, I don't think he drinks enough water. But usually he drinks at least I'm gonna say at least 32 ounces of water a day. At least. He always drinks some kind of water a day since the kidney stones. But now he's been drinking like at least 64 to like 72 inches, ounces, like, because he'll drink a big bottle now. So
yeah, that's what she said. She basically said to me, like, you're normally, whatever they say is the normal amount.
She said that's years of coffee. Well, if we talking about years of coffee, there were years that Kilo drank coffee hardcore. But he's had ultrasounds before from the last time. So they would have seen all the other clusters. Right. So it's not that it's a buildup like that.
I had a nice clean kidney.
Right.
All those kidney stones was gone. For whatever reason, my body produces a lot of kidney stones.
That's what she said. She was like, because they were gone and then they rebuilt. So
exactly. And from the last time I went, when I had the 7 and the 2 on my left side, all of a sudden I got the 5 and 5.3, the 2 4, the 3 in the right side, and still the cluster in the other side. I'm just gonna call the cluster 1.
The cluster fuck.
You know what I'm saying? So that's 5 kidney stones, like, all of a sudden, like. But I get now. Let's not count it as 5 new ones, because the left side is just broken up. So we won't count that. And then there was 2, but there's 2 brand new kidney stones that formed, and one is a 5.3. Like, you can break it up any way you want in your imagination, but one's a 5.3, 2 of them is a 4, one's a 3, 2 of them are brand new. There used to be 2 4s only. So you can, like, use your own imagination. But
anyway,
point being is, like, yeah, like, my body's producing them a little bit faster or whatever. Like, I'm older, my body's changing. I can't eat the same way when I was 18 years old. You know what I'm saying? Like,
she said, Ladybird said, water is your best friend now, and a little vodka here and there.
Oh, that's what I want. That's funny. And that's what I wanted to say, Proud Mama. Proud
Lucky.
Mama.
No, Lucky.
and Lucky, but I mean, because Proud Mama's the one with the kidney stones, right?
Mm-hmm.
But they say, and this is what I learned. So when she asked me about the water, it's like, yeah, I'm drinking a lot of water, but I'm drinking the normal amount of water. Like people who get kidney stones need to drink double the amount of what the normal requirements are. Like we need to really be on point with our kidney stones, and basically we're going to be passing them before they get bigger, because kidney stones only bother you when they move. Yeah, I got four or five kidney stones in my right side, but they're only going to bother me when they're going down the tube and out the peckerwood. But the surgery wise is going to be.
She don't have a peckerwood,
right? And that's why it's like I don't know if it's the same experience. It has to be the same experience because kidney stones just suck. They just suck until they come out. Now I don't know if it feels as funny as coming out because
Lady Bird says she had them too.
Whatever, but yeah, look, that's what I'm saying. They suck, man. So we got basically from what I learned from my experience, and this last one has been a bad experience. We have to drink double the amount of the normal water. My problem is, I play basketball. My normal amount, usually I'm not that active, right, in the wintertime. My normal amount, I need to double that. But now when I'm playing basketball, I need to be drinking almost, you know what I'm saying? Like I need to be drinking a lot of water. You need to really be stubborn on yourself to master it. Second thing she asked me, what was I eating? She said it could be caused by high protein meats. Mm-hmm. I'm a meat guy. I love meats. Mm-hmm. Dinner is only dinner if there's meat there. Mm-hmm. You know, but then there's also breakfast that comes with meat. You have your bacon, you have your ham, you have your sausage.
What the hell do I do now? Can I just say how great your skin looks? You look glowing, Kilo.
Thank you.
Maybe because all the damn water.
Maybe it's a good life.
Listen, we've been eating a lot of vegetables, a lot of water, everything. No, barely no. We have eaten some meat.
I'm not gonna lie, because I'm not a vegan. I'm not a vegetarian. I'm not a
no milk and no eggs though.
I don't know what I am.
No milk and no eggs for like a month.
We stopped. Yeah, exactly. That's definitely like 100. I ate meat, but I haven't ate any eggs at all. I haven't drank any milk. And these are things that and here's the weird thing, guys. The deeper you go into trying to better yourself, you realize that everything is bad for you. Like anything you put in because now I go to vegetables, but do you know that there's some vegetables that are better than other vegetables? Like we want the more raw and seed filled vegetables, but normally we buy all these GMO products or these products that are grown with so much pesticides and blah blah blah. Like all of a sudden you start realizing how hard it is to eat and drink all the right things all the time. It's almost impossible. Like, and the deeper you go into the rabbit hole, the more you start realizing, like, damn, wait, everything's designed to kill me. There's nothing good, and it's like, that's why I feel like we can't become over obsessive. And that's what I don't want to be. I don't want to be over obsessive. I don't know what, now that I got this stone, I'm going to get the stone tested. And hopefully there's some answers with
it. It is expensive. I have seen a jump.
To keep yourself alive and healthy. Budget. Like you said, drinking extra water is good for the skin, the body. Your mental is all about your gut. You're taking all that extra meat. Your intestines hold what? Up to 40 pounds of waste in your stomach. Now, if you only got all this meat packed in your, not to sound gross or gross on anybody else who eats meat. I'm not like here to
because we
judge anybody, but right. But you know what I'm saying? But like, it's a great thought process. Like, and they say like dead energy,
balance
alive
it out.
energy.
Yeah, Lady Bird.
You gotta find because everything is bad for you.
We don't eat really. I eat cheese. I eat cheese because I love cheese. But Kilo is very hesitant on cheese.
It's been really hard this time, and I'm not gonna lie to you.
Because of that show we watched.
I'm not enjoying it all.
It's because of that show. What was the name of that show?
What the Health?
What the Health, guys, on Netflix.
It was just an eye opener.
Then next time you can come back and you tell us what you think.
It's just an eye opener, but you start realizing like a lot of things. Like it taps into high cholesterol, it taps into diabetes, it even taps into male performance by eating meat. Like you'd be surprised, like the cons of eating. I'm just gonna say of eating too much meat. Like I'm still a student to life too. You know what I'm saying, guys? And you know what I'm saying? And for all I know, lady, and when I'll be like, my stomach bloated. Like that's the thing. Like we put things like we don't realize the power of what we're putting into our mouths. Like it really does affect us in every way, and how we feel and how we feel physically, how we feel mentally. You know, and I'm not gonna lie, it hasn't been easy. But I mean, choosing to try to find a path, I guess, isn't easy, and that's part of the road.
Auntie won't drink after she watched that show. She won't drink regular milk.
I know. It's like the more you know, the more you.
I don't know what she's gonna do when she goes to school.
Well, she'll make decisions, and sometimes she'll probably make exceptions too. Like once again, we're not one thing. I'm not claiming anything. Once I get the stone tested, I really hope that I get some answers from the stone. I feel like my insurance isn't going to give me a good definition of what's going on.
No, it's not.
I feel like they're going to give me the easy version and shit.
I did it, and they were like, just eat
Stay
vegetables.
away from sugar.
Yeah.
Sugar's killing you. Like, well, what?
Joyce
You sure?
said, Ladybird said, but I love food. We have to eat to live, not live to eat. Exactly. And Joyce said, yes, balance and moderation. Usually if it grows from a farm or on the earth, it's better than a packaged processed food.
It really is.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. But like it's like anything you quit. And like, I'm going to use cigarettes as an example because the addiction of smoking cigarettes is so strong, right? And it becomes your whole identity. And that's like food. Food becomes your identity, and it's really hard to stop the routine of it. I know the benefits, like I'm saying, it hasn't really been like a picnic. You know what I'm saying? It has come with a lot of sacrificing because dinners are not the same no more because I'm so used to seeing that piece of meat on the side of it. And yeah, we cheat, right? But now my brain is so in tune with my body that even when I do put in the meat in my body, I'm guilty. Or it doesn't taste right. It made me feel sick. Like I ate a ham and cheese sandwich the other day. I ate a ham and cheese sandwich because it's processed.
From a deli.
Because it's processed. And I thought that sandwich was gonna taste delicious. And like, I love ham and cheese sandwiches. And you know how they do it in the deli? They load that ham up. Like I took some ham out. And it still didn't make me feel good. Like
I don't eat no sugar.
I can't wait till my mind adjusts. And it's like vegetables and fruits and nuts are good are good enough. Like right now, my brain is still stuck with that routine. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm still battling my routine. The meat. You know, it's crazy.
Ladybird said no bread, no pasta. I almost went crazy for a while. And then Joyce said, you are what you eat. That's what Grandma always said. That's the truth. It really is the truth. And listen, like when we're young, we think we're going to be here forever. But as you get older, you start realizing your mentality. And I think it's great to not give up on life. We could get stuck. We could get stuck and complacent, you know, and it's good to always keep striving, you know, give yourself mental goals. You know, we're parents now. Like Melissa was bringing up too, and she's right. You know, like we always occupy our time up with everybody else. That you know, we didn't even celebrate our anniversary yet. Well, because you were sick.
Well, and listen, I'm finally feeling better. And you know what's the kick in the ass, guys?
Are we? How many years?
I pissed out that stone. I'm finally feeling better, and guess what starts bothering me again? My rash. It's like, wait, what the fuck?
Let me see how many years.
And you know, and I want to, and it's like, but we're so conditioned and like we put ourselves in that position. That's weird, man. Like, and I hope that's not a bad thing. Actually, it is a bad thing because we should want to always keep the flame alive in our personal lives, you know. Because at the end of the day, it's just me and her, you know. But it just shows you like our mind is so in that routine. Everybody else comes first. We come last. You know, think about ourselves. And listen, and I'm just starting to feel better. And this is 2 days ago I pissed that stone out. This didn't happen weeks ago. Like, and 2 days before that, I'm in like this weird pain where I can't tell nobody. I don't want to bring nobody's day down. They're tired of hearing me in my pain. Yeah, we know you got kidney stones. We don't want to hear it, you know? So it's like, oh, I just got this pain. Fuck. Like, you good? Yeah, I'm good. Let's go party. Let's go shop. I'm not gonna. I know there's nothing I can do about this. Like, and I'm not gonna and it sucks, you know. But I don't know, man. We're so stuck in our routines. I think that's the thing that you start battling as you get older. You start battling your routines, you know, your comfort. You know, you cut all your friends off to be great parents, and then your kids have their own life and they don't want you buzzing in there, and you have no friends. And it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we gotta get out there. We gotta do our thing. We gotta start. I don't know. We gotta start getting into the routine, putting ourselves first. You know, so we gotta do something. We're definitely gonna do something for our anniversary. It's gonna be a late anniversary, and that's the love. I love you, boo.
I love you too.
Every day to me is our anniversary.
Okay, so we've been married for 14 years, and
wow,
been together.
My whole life.
I gotta use a dang old calculator, bro. I can't even like.
You made it through that battle.
We've been together for
every
so
battle,
long.
Every battle we made it through it, and there was some nail biters. That last battle that we had, remember?
Yeah.
Nail biter. Love really does conquer all, man. No, that's
a lie.
I'm lying.
No, wait. No.
I do that sometimes.
No, I'm trying to see. I think
August 18th, salute. Going on 18 years. How about y'all? We're going on 20.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
We're going because we've been married for less than where we've been together.
Years, but
I want to say we've been married. So wait, 96, right? No, not 96. That's a little too far back. 2000.
We did this last time.
Who wants to do math? Since 2007.
We did this last time.
It's 2021. Since 2007, we've been together. And we've been married for 14 of those years. So it has to be, I want to say like, we've been together for like 18 years. Correct me, guys, once y'all do it. But you know what's important? I feel like, or what's beautiful about that? I feel like it's so important for this day and age and generation to see what stability looks like when being, I don't want you to say single and independent is what's driving the new generation. I think that we are great to be the exception to the norm, and it makes love looks like something beautiful. And I think our kids understand that love isn't perfect because they see us fight. They see us fight those battles. You know what I'm saying? Like, and still choose us. I think that's
15 beautiful. Years.
We've been married. We've been married for 15 years. Thank you, Christy.
14 years. Wait. You have been married for 14 years.
Thank you, Arlene.
14 years and 24 days.
Thank you, Joy.
We've been together for. Hold on, let me look here. May.
It seems like forever, and I remember getting into some weird fight back in the day. And I'm like, what do you think we're gonna be old together? I was very arrogant. I realized how arrogant I was. Like, I really thought I was the shit back then. I don't know what the hell I was on.
22 years and
like, what do you think we're gonna grow old together?
22 years and 3 months we've been together.
How long?
22 years.
22 years
and 3 months.
She's my whole life, guys. All my greatest accomplishments has been made or discovered or inspired by this woman right here. That's crazy.
I've been emotional. Don't be trying to make me
22 years, man. I remember only like 2 years was the most that I've ever been with any girl. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy. And you know what? I'm going to go through any other battles that happen to be in front of us.
Hey, Cammy.
That's going to challenge our position, or I'm ready and I'm armed. I have my sword shield. I'm ready for battle. Love is a battlefield. Ain't that right? But that's great. You know, it's funny because I was saying, like, we get into that fight, and it was a weird fight. We weren't even serious back then. And I'm like, what do you think? We're gonna grow old together? And now I couldn't imagine not growing old without her.
What was it? I forgot.
It's one of the things that brings me joy.
I wanted to be serious, and he didn't. Because when I was, I met him when I was 17. So
what up, Kimberly?
I was never the type to be like. I was never with really. I think I was with. I don't know how many people before I've been with him. Probably about 5, maybe. I was with, yeah, 5 people because,
That's good.
I was in that. So look, I've been with 6 people my whole entire life. But when I was like 17, I had my first boyfriend, like first of all, when I was 12 years old, when I was 12, I was raped. So I don't count that, but I count that.
That's why I'm hard with my daughter.
And
man.
so when I was raped, it kind of changed my mindset because although I was raped at that point in time when I was 12, I thought that was the thing to do. I thought that, oh, an older guy likes me. Yeah. Oh, he was giving me hints of what he wanted to do. And I wasn't getting it because in my 12-year-old mind,
right,
I was naive. So when he said, oh, wear something comfortable, I'm like, I'm wearing shorts. I'm comfortable. But yeah, so I'm going to come over and see you. And when he came over, he was about it. And I wasn't. But he was ready for it, had the condom in his sock and everything, and he was 19. He thought I was 16. So even if I was 16, even if I was 16 and he was 19, that was still. So anyway, he did what he did. I told him no. I told him stop, whatever. And so after it happened, he hurt me, guys. He hurt me inside. I had to go to the hospital and everything. And I thought it was just because I was a virgin.
Jeez,
but then my mother found out. I told my mother, and my mother was like, you were raped and all this other stuff. And so I had to go to the cops, even though I was like, I don't think he raped me. I don't feel like he raped me. But when you say no, that means no. But in my 12-year-old mind, I thought this was cool. I had sex. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, after that happened, it like took away the specialness of it. But even then, I didn't really like have a lot of sex. And it did change my perception of sex. Like,
well, how could it not?
I don't like to be like
that was your first time. That's disgusting.
I don't like to be tied down. Things like that. Like, I don't like control. I need to have control because of that. So, thank God he was prepared and had a condom in his sock, right? But anyway,
because then it would have been worse if you were
after
pregnant.
that, like I
didn't
didn't have sex probably for about 2 years because I really wasn't ready at that point anyway.
Well, yeah, you're only 12 years old.
About 2 years. No, I was 15 by the time I had sex again. I was 15 and I was very serious with the guy, he was a teenager, just like me, in high school. And so we had sex. And then I met another guy.
Salute truth.
And had sex. So anyway, when I met Kilo, I didn't have
Maria,
as many partners as I could have had, being I had sex when I was 12. You know what I mean?
A negative experience.
Right. When you have a negative experience, well, of course, yeah. I can't see. My daughter's 11.
I know. I couldn't imagine.
I was an overdeveloped 12-year-old. So I had the boobs. I had the butt. I was a lot skinnier than this. I was about 130 pounds, maybe 125 pounds. But I was like 5'4". I had like a C cup, whatever. But anyway, so I could see how he thought I was older. But so, that's why, but you could take it both ways. It could have affected me like, oh, who cares? Let's just
hoe out.
Yeah, just hoe out and just do everybody. Or you could take it as, you know what? It scares me. And it kind of scared me. And I was never the type to be like, you know what? Let me just get out there and just whatever. So Kilo has been the only man I have been with for 22 years. He fits me like a glove.
You're my queen.
So anyway, that's my story.
And those stories really hurt me. They don't hurt me. Knowing that like she experienced that, I think that's why I'm like extra scared.
I'm good. I'm good. I'm strong.
I've heard her story through a lot of different women, but of course it hits different. And that's why my daughter cannot. This is my queen right here. It's different. You know what I'm saying?
Sleep out.
That's why I will refuse. I'd rather be the bad guy. Like I told y'all before, I'd rather be the bad guy. I'd rather my daughter say I hate my dad because he never let me sleep over in anybody's house than her to say I hate myself because someone took advantage of me and I lost control. You know what I'm saying? Like, and we're blessed. Like Melissa is a strong woman. You know what I'm saying? Thank God
Guys,
she was mentally strong enough to
not to change the subject, but
courage.
I poured the liquor in this glass and I've been drinking all of this liquor, guys. Did I pour a lot in here?
I didn't measure. I didn't have my measuring stick. I didn't measure it.
I just took a sip and I'm like, wait, this is all straight liquor. Damn. Let me fuck up.
But yeah, that's why, like, I feel like, you know, it hurts me because I feel as a man, we're here to protect women. So when you hear that happens, it makes you mad at the man for taking advantage. Like, you got this 19-year-old man taking advantage of the 12-year-old. He knows what he's doing. It ain't no
He didn't
mystery.
know I was 12, though.
He knew you was younger.
He did. He definitely had to know. I was dumb. I was dumb. What person, you know, if I was his age or whatever, I'd be like, what do you mean? I have shorts on. Like, I'm comfortable. And let me tell you. Let me tell you this, though.
Nothing matters.
Let me tell you this. Okay, so I was at my grandma's house, okay? My mom was working. I was at my grandma's house. And, oh, wow, Joy. See, so, thank you, guys.
You guys are amazing. Oh, salute, Joy. You're amazing.
So, hey,
finest
Maria. So, okay, so he said he was coming over. I said, well, you know, my grandma's gonna be home soon, you know, because I had a feeling. I was giving him hints. So when he came up to the door, I said, well, I don't know, my grandma's gonna be home soon. And he was like, oh, this won't, you know, it won't be long. But still in my mind,
he knew he was a 2-minute brother.
He knew what he was doing. Yeah. He knew what he was doing. So I was like, I was kind of trying to get out of it, and it kind of wasn't working. And then after it happened, I went to the bathroom and I was bleeding so bad, like toilet bowl full of blood. Okay. And I came out and he was getting ready to leave. And the last thing that always sticks in my mind was, you got blood on your leg. And I was like, oh, so I wiped off the blood, you know, and he left, and he left his job. Like, he quit his job and everything. He worked at Blockbusters that was like right near my grandmother's house. And after my mother made me go to the police. Yeah, right. The blood probably did. Yeah. I don't know, but I had to go to the police. And when I went to the police, I explained everything, whatever. And they still said, you know, we have to look for him because you are a minor and you did say no. But I was like, but I wanted it, but I did say no, but I wanted it, you know, like I thought I wanted it. But, anyway, yeah, they never found him. And I didn't want them to find him because at that point,
we need to know what our kids are doing, guys.
Well, at that point, I felt like I was for it. You know what I mean? Like, how can I how can I say this guy? It wasn't like, I mean, I knew he was coming over. You know, I knew he was coming over. But at that point, you know, I'm young and I'm not sure. I'm scared.
You're doing the normal thing. You're blaming yourself. You're like, well, I made this happen.
But
I guess that's normal.
It does affect me.
But he was older. He was supposed to know better. That was like, he was like some pedophile shit, like damn near, like borderline pedophile.
Hey, Anchor.
You know what I'm saying? And he was supposed to know better, and that's what hurts me. The whole story.
But I really didn't. I didn't let it like.
I got a daughter too.
Consume me. I didn't let it consume me.
Thank God you didn't.
No.
But there's a lot of other women that have that same story that, unfortunately, was consumed by.
You know what? A lot of people aren't getting notifications. I know.
That's crazy. It's kilo. Like, how you not gonna notify everybody? Yo, I'm here. But whatever. All right. Disrespectful. Anchor like boobies.
Look at boobies. What the hell, Anchor? Cheers to the freaking weekend. I drink to that.
And that's why, you know, and it's really important for us to change the story. And, you know, my goal is that you hear how horrible that story is. That's not going to be our daughter's story.
Well, no, there's more horrible stories than that. That wasn't horrible. I don't think that's horrible. Maybe that's how I
deal that is horrible.
Maybe that's how I deal with it.
Could be. But that's the point I was trying to make, is like, we want to break the chain with our next generation you know, and hopefully that we could do that, you know. Like, it's important. It really is important, and it sucks because you can't take that back. Like, that happened, you know. That's why I feel like I can't take a chance with it with my daughter. You know, whether she does, and I know she doesn't understand yet. How's she supposed to understand? She's being raised to be innocent. How could she understand the, the darkness? You know. But I'll be the bad guy because life's about breaking that chain, and I won't let that be my. I won't. You know, I know that we won't let that be our daughters. That won't be our sons. It won't be any of our kids.
Joy said, a lot of people didn't get no notifications.
I feel
how did you guys know? Because of my
text?
My community tab post, maybe. But guys, let me just say, while I'm just like getting everything out now.
Might as well. This is like deep
back
right
then.
Here.
This is what happened, right? So all that happened, and when he said, when he went down to his ankle, right? I knew I was in trouble when he pulled out that condom, right? So he pulled me. He took my clothes off because I was scared. He pulled me close to him. He took my clothes off, and then I was on my grandmother's couch, which got blood all over it. Like, I feel so bad for my grandma now. Like, now she passed away. Rest in peace. I love you, grandma. But just so you know, I feel really bad. Because imagine, like, you find out your granddaughter had sex on your couch. Not only had sex, but a random man was in your house. Like, I would have been scared. Like, old people. I brought this damn man into my grandmother's house. Dangerous, like, I did tell him, it is dangerous. That and you don't think when you're that young. But so anyway, he puts the condom on or whatever. And like, he's having sex with me. I'm not doing anything. I remember I had gum in my mouth. I was emotionless. Like, I had gum in my mouth. And I just remember looking at the ceiling and putting myself into a different space and just chewing my gum, like, and just laying there, like, just chewing. There was no emotion, no, like, I didn't know this guy. I didn't know him. I had just met him, like. So, yeah, I think that's how I was okay. Like, it's just really weird. It's really weird. I don't even remember I think his name was Jose, but I don't even think that probably wasn't even his name. But, yeah, we never found him. My mother was, wanted to press charges, but he bounced, and I wasn't really adamant on, like, yes, he raped me. First of all, I didn't even know, like, I don't even think I knew what rape, I probably didn't know what rape was, but, like, I didn't think in my head, like, I said no. I said no, and he was supposed to stop. You know what I'm saying? But she said, Mel, you finna have Kilo going to find that joker.
I know, right? I'm like, every Jose gonna get punched in their face now. What's your name, Jose? You could be the Jose, man. I'm looking for.
Lady Bird said, but we showed up anyway. Just searched you. Oh, yeah. Squad, right? And this is not even Friday.
Squad.
We freaking love you guys. And I think I drank that whole glass of liquor. I think I poured it all into my little glass. Good thing this is like a small glass, because I would have been hit.
It's a ladylike kind of glass. I'm glad you grabbed that.
Pinky up, bitches.
There you go.
I think so, Christy. Christy said you're probably embarrassed being in that situation and didn't know how to deal with the situation. I think so.
Well, I didn't. And I think about it, like she was just saying, like, all right, I'm doing all these bad things, so she probably didn't want to get in trouble, like. So maybe it was like she was saying, like, you're underplaying it because there's so many variables where you're wrong.
Right. That's what my mother was saying. My mother was like, this is what happened. Yes, you did. Thinking, but actually, like, that didn't work out for me later in life.
The bathroom. Be right back. Hey, sit down.
That didn't work out for me later in life because later on in life, I was. I really don't want to talk about this, but I want to because it kind of ties in with the whole situation. Later on in life, I was not molested, but tried. They tried And it was almost like nobody believed me. Nobody believed that this man tried to touch me. Because they said she was raped. But mind you, it was in the same year. I didn't feel like it was rape. I felt like it was whatever. Like, I just had sex. So what? So it was like, because they labeled it rape, although I didn't feel that when I was touched improperly. Not my grandmother, not my mother. Nobody believed me. The only people that believed me was my father and his family. So when I ran away at 12 years old. Because how would you feel if, I'm sorry if it's giving you anxiety, guys. It's like, I guess this is the first time I've been talking about it in a long time. So I might as well just say it all. And I'm sorry if it got so deep and it's not like a Friday Night Live you were expecting. So nobody believed me. And I felt like I had no other choice but to be like, you know what, then I'm out. And I was smart, guys. I've always been street smart. It's in my blood. Okay? It's just in my blood. So I knew I could survive. You know, I wasn't afraid. So I ran away. And I stayed away for a while. So I've really been on my own since I was 12 years old. I made a way to survive. So I was in detention homes and I was in a foster care because I was still upset at my mother. I didn't want to go home with her, for not believing me. Wow, Christy. She said I had the same thing happen to me when I was 12.
Same age? Damn, man. As a kid, man. That really hurts, man.
Yeah. So, sucks, when nobody believed me, I ran away and I stayed away. Yes. And I was in detention centers and, my mom, because she didn't believe me, she labeled me as an out of control teen. Okay. So, I was in the system, went to foster care, stayed there for about a year and a half, which that's why I do not believe in foster care, because some of them fucking people are just terrible people and they just want they want your kids just for the fucking money. Okay. So I don't believe in that. Can you give me the ashtray, babe? So, it wasn't until later on in life that my mother actually would leave me. But by that time, I've been through so much shit. So when I met Kilo, I was already at the house. I was at the house by 15. I moved in with my previous boyfriend at 15. I was with him for a year and a half. I had my first job. I started working at 15 because I had my apartment by 16. I didn't finish school. I quit school. My mother took me out of school. She took me out of school because I said I was leaving at 16 anyway. So she took me out of school. I started working. And by 17, I had 2 jobs. I had my own apartment. And then I met Kilo. And so, Kilo likes to say he saved me. And at first, no, Kilo was, I did go through a lot as a child. As an adult.
Your individual path, yeah.
As an adult, I didn't go through a lot because I was in a relationship. I was settled. I was good. And I think maybe that's why I was like, I'm not going anywhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm safe. I'm good. I love the man that I'm with. And I never felt the need to leave, or sex was never a big part of my life. So I never cheated. But,
So you're saying if sex was a big part, you would cheat on me?
Maybe if I really, really like sex a lot.
Find out.
Like, I mean, we've been together for 22 years.
Together? I mean,
No, Kilo cheated on me before. If I was that
Lord.
type, if I was that, sorry, I'm tipsy, bro.
I kissed somebody else.
And you kiss somebody else
That was the extent of the cheating.
in a closet.
That's
Guys, you got to hear this story though, okay?
negative.
Oh, this shit is getting juicy. If we don't get, we got already 16 thumbs up. We don't need no more thumbs up.
Why you getting juicy over here?
I'm
Been
drunk.
that long?
I'm drunk. It don't bother me. It don't bother me to talk
drinking.
about it. Even though I really want to know the like real juicy story. I don't think I'll get mad because it's so long ago. How can I get mad now? But even when he cheated on me, I didn't cheat on him. I wanted to. I came home with a number. I came home with a number and he found it and he put it in his hat. The next day, you know, he was in the military.
Was that supposed to scare me or something?
He was in the military.
Really?
Yup.
I'm from the streets.
But I'm gonna let you tell them the story.
What story?
Because guys,
You
okay.
tell them the story.
I'm gonna let you tell the story because just because you think, I hate the fact that this thing is in my eyes. Sorry, guys, I am so drunk right now. I'm gonna let him tell the story because some people think like once a cheater, always a cheater. And I just want you guys to know that it's not always like that.
You gotta have a really special guy like Kilo. Who
Don't trust them all. Don't trust them all. But a cheater.
And
okay, wait.
And learning the power that he has. Like,
I think that if he cheated on you when he was in his 20s, then he could change. If he's like in his 40s and he's cheating on you, then I don't think he could change.
Well, I guess that makes sense. Well, I mean, I don't know. Like, if it's more than one time,
yeah,
then all right, you might have a problem.
Well,
2 times. You're corny. Stop drinking.
The first time we weren't really together. In my mind, we were together.
That's why I don't count it. We were together.
In my mind, we were together. In my mind. No, you were like, you were 25, 24.
The toe was in the pool.
I was 18. Okay. So he was still like, I don't know what the fuck.
I'm mad at myself.
I'm not mad at you. I felt like back in the day, I felt like, wow, I got this guy. Kilo he is, okay? Don't get me wrong. He's the love of my life. But when we first met, I looked at, yes, I was young. We were young, okay? Yeah. He was 24 and I was turning 18. But when I saw Kilo, I thought, holy shit. I remember telling my ex-best friend, because you guys know I'm not friends with her no more. But like, holy shit, how did I get him? Like, he was a known, like, in our area, rapper. He had a lot of friends. You know, he was very well liked. Okay, so was I. Don't get me wrong. Where we were, people in West Haven, Connecticut, we were well known as the Eyes. Like, okay, who is she? And I was hard to get, so nobody could get me. I was very picky, and he was the man. He was Kilo.
Hey, I'm brand new.
So
straight out of Buffalo, New York. What's good?
Straight out of Buffalo, New York. It was Kilo. So it's like when I met him, I was just like, wow, you know. So I kind of knew what I was getting to. I wasn't prepared for it. And I knew he just got out of a relationship. Well, not just got out, but like he wasn't looking for nobody at that time.
I'm just Kilo. I don't want to be nothing. I'm just Kilo.
CT wasn't ready. Yeah.
Show me love.
Oh, wow, Jay. My husband is 44. When we first met, I was 24 and my husband was 35.
And it's crazy,
wow.
Yo. You know how I got like the juice too? Like
straight out of Buffalo, there was like this whole crew that was over there about to play some football, and football's my shit, bro. Out there by myself, it was like 40 of them. They were deep. And I was just out there like, yo, they're about to play football. I'm going to get my cleats and meet them at the field. I'm out in the field waiting for them to come in there. I see them looking at me like, yo, who the fuck is this dude?
Little short guy.
Yeah, who the fuck?
Because he's only 5'4". He's only 5'4", but people be giving him his respect, even being 5'4".
I'm nice with the football before the car accident. Now my back is a little tweaked.
Yeah.
But before the car accident, boy, let me tell you right now, nice. And all of a sudden, just long story short, play football with these dudes. Got picked last that first game. Got picked last. Like, what the fuck is all right? Well, we need one more. Fuck it. Yo, get on this side.
Hold on.
Fuck it.
Joy said, I like it when you drink, girl. The tea is real. Yeah,
Tea
it's
is
real.
Piping hot.
Anyway, you got to tell the story about when you cheated on me.
But
I'll let you finish your drink.
what you mean when I cheat on you?
When you cheated on me, I gotta tell you this because
saying,
I was
it
like,
was weird because we got into a part in a relationship where
it's okay, babe. I'm not gonna be mad.
Really
you still
happy.
gonna get it tonight.
It was like in my mind, I wasn't really happy or
Hey,
whatever.
Tiffany.
And I had wrote this letter to this girl that I was.
Guys, I'm just saying, if you ain't subscribed now, you better be, because you ain't gonna get this. Like, this is where I drink and we get lit.
And
You ain't gonna get this type, and you ain't gonna get this type of
I
shit.
only like talking about the good stuff about Kilo, not the bad stuff.
This is real shit, baby. It's okay.
I know it's real.
Here, I'm gonna let you.
But
say.
it's so long ago. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
that's why we can talk about it. It's fine. It's fine.
Like, it's been so long ago that
I want to
it
hear
don't
the
count.
wait.
And I feel like
Listen, I want the juicy story.
juicy. There is no juicy story.
Yeah, we need the juicy story, right, guys?
There is no juicy
Give me
story.
a thumbs up,
Guys,
like a real
I'll tell you
thumbs
the
up.
real life. Like
Give me
Anita said,
a clap if you want the juicy story.
honestly, there is no juicy story to it.
Oh, it's juicy.
And and I think that's what
Oh,
helped.
it's
Like,
juicy.
I put my toes to the line, but I really didn't cross it. But the letter made it seem like I did cross it. Like, it could have been taken
There
off.
was a letter. Oh my God.
And it was crazy
Wait till you hear
because
this shit.
listen, I deleted the letter. Listen, I wrote a letter.
Oh, no.
Listen,
No.
honestly,
Don't start with how I found out. Start with how it started.
What do you mean? Start how
You
it
know,
started?
only you know how
No,
it started.
let's stick to me getting some.
No.
Let's focus on that.
Dave, I'm not gonna get mad.
About how I'm gonna.
I'm
get
gonna
some.
get mad if you don't tell the story.
But
right.
there's no juicy. See, there's the problem. There's no juicy story.
How did it start, babe?
It just was. I wasn't really happy.
It started out as his manager was eyeballing him every now and again.
I wasn't really happy at home.
But why? I just had Tony. I don't
know. I just wasn't happy. I can't
just
remember
had Tony.
like
Tony was
exactly
about
what was
1
the
year
details.
old.
But it was like one of those crossroads in our relationship.
No, it wasn't.
early
I
on.
thought we was good. Okay, but anyway, juicy story. Go ahead.
I don't know.
Okay,
We were good. We were supposed to be good. But of course, this is young love and people make mistakes. And my mistake was thinking that, I don't know, like I just wasn't happy. So my mistake was going into like what most people do before they cheat. They start, thinking outwardly. Like, I'm not home. I'm home, but I'm not home. You know what I'm saying? Like, but anyway, she was the boss of the company that I worked with, and
The boss.
I'm just saying.
I told you this shit was juicy.
It's not juicy, babe.
This is a Jerry Springer story.
It's not a Jerry Springer.
No, yes,
story.
it is. Tell it.
It's not a Jerry Springer story. But it was feeding my ego. She fed my ego. And my ego at that time, like, because I wasn't happy, was that I needed to feel, I don't know, I just didn't feel like the man at home.
She made you feel like the man because she was the boss.
Because it was something outside.
He was trying to get a promotion. That's what he was trying to do, huh, Kilo?
I would wish I could be like, yeah, I was just doing that for promotion.
Oh, you know what? I was
just doing that because it was feeding my ego.
Okay,
like, there's no real reason why I was doing it. That's what bothered me at the end of it. There was no real reason why I was doing it. It was that it was.
Okay, tell the story though.
It was just opportunity was, I don't know. I guess opportunity just.
The Lady Bird said, Kilo said she was just
like, it wasn't like she was something special. Like, and that's the thing that that I want you guys to understand. Like sometimes when a guy does stupid things, it's not because she's something more special, because she really wasn't.
Right.
It wasn't like
I think
she
he
was
just
a real.
like the newfound attention.
It wasn't that. It was that I was getting attention, and you know what happens is this.
Yvonne,
I'm not gonna lie to you. What it was, you know how? All right, see, when you first meet a woman, she loves you, and you're her everything, and you get this certain level of attention.
oh, because I just had Tony.
You have a kid, and then all of a sudden things change, and she's not the same no more. Like her energy isn't to you no more; it's to the kid, and it's like, and I know it sounds crazy, but in that process of her changing perspectives from you to the future, it hits a man different, because I'm used to getting that attention. I'm used to being the number one, and now you're fighting with me about other things that because it's in better for the son. I need to change because of he needs a better role model, and a lot of young men. And I'm not no different than any other young man. That's scary. You know, and I think it was a time that I had allowed myself to get into a dark spot where it's like, I'm not happy.
Yeah.
I'm not happy.
Look what Edgar said.
Melly was the one he saw at the bus stop. No doubt.
Sucking
yeah, I know.
on a lollipop. Go ahead, keep it going. Keep it going.
But you know, as and that's young love.
But we still want to hear the rest story though.
And that's young love. So for whatever reason, I'm not happy at home. That's the only reason why a man cheats. Is because he allows himself to get into a dark spot where either he realizes
just a sex addict.
Then that's different.
Men.
I wasn't a sex addict.
Right.
It wasn't about sex. That's not what I was out there. It was I guess I was an attention seeker. I wasn't getting that attention no more from home. And I allowed myself to let someone else spark my interest. Let's just call it like that. Like that's honestly like, so yeah, this and you know that's a lot of young people. That's why like Melissa was started off by saying that once a cheater doesn't always mean always a cheater.
And that's my point.
But you got to have a good man to know the difference.
Right.
You can't just like use that and you got a bad man, because then you're just allowing yourself to be hurt. There's good men out there that do dumb things, and I'm one of those good men that did dumb things. And it was nothing. If she was just giving me she just made me feel like the man, but there was no sex or there was no opportunity. There was no time. Like I didn't like, hey babe, I'm gonna go hang out with the boys. I'll be back later. There was none of that, and I'm hanging out with her instead of her house, and it was none of that.
It was just at work.
It was just at work. Hey, I'm the man at work. I'm feeding my ego, like it was that young shit, like that. Wait, young, did
people
shit.
At work know?
It was
like it was hidden. With your brother.
It was hidden from the work as well. Now I work with Lou.
You worked there with your brother, and your brother came to live with us. He knew.
Ro didn't work there.
Who did?
Ro worked with
No,
Lou Drama. Lou Drama worked there with me.
Lou knew. That's why Lou.
But he didn't really know neither, because it was a secret.
Because Lou had me talking to Lemuel at that time.
I'm just telling you the truth. Like
he knew. That's why he knew.
Lou might have had his.
Let me tell you,
thoughts, but he didn't know.
Lou, his friend Lou, was good friends with the guy that I left Kilo for, and Lou would talk about Lemuel to me, and I was wondering, why is he talking to me about him?
I don't know. Mm-hmm. It wasn't out in the open. It wasn't out in the open.
It had to be seen.
It was
your boy.
It wasn't seen, but maybe people just thought things. I don't know. Go ahead. But it wasn't out in the open or nothing like that. It wasn't like no crazy ass relationship. Like it was really stupid. Really, like in hindsight, like now that I think about it, like compared to how most people would have crossed the line. Like my toes got to the line, but never crossed it. Like she just fed my ego, and that was good enough. Like I just can't wait to go to work because I'm gonna feel like the man. At home, oh my God, I'm hearing this.
Thank you, Patricia.
You know, it's like, oh my God, responsibility. I gotta get nagged. But at work, I'm the man. I can't wait to go to work.
You was the man.
You know, and it's like, I think that's what it was. Like Melissa was just saying, like he was just.
And this was before we
oh
had
my
a car.
God,
So he
Kilo was the
busting into
shit. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't like that no more. So now somebody else like making me feel like I'm the shit. And I wrote a letter that I can't wait to kiss her. Listen, that's what it was. Didn't have sex with her. Never kissed her. Never
Yes,
did
you
any.
did. Yes, you did. You told me she pulled you in the closet and kissed you. Don't tell the simple story. You told me she pulled you. Yeah, look at you, you dummy. Now you just ruined it for yourself tonight.
Did I?
Yes.
Now I ruined it?
Yes, babe, you know.
Well, I guess I just don't remember like small details like that. Like I don't remember kissing her.
Wait a second.
Honestly, I don't remember kissing
Babe,
her.
don't fuck it up for yourself now. She pulled you in the closet.
Okay.
She told you that she had a dream about kissing you. Remember?
I don't remember. I don't remember.
Yeah.
I must have blocked it out of my mind. Babe.
Yeah.
I'm
he
sorry.
told me.
Because you know how it is. You
She
can't
had
remember
a
certain
dream.
things.
She came to him and said, I had this dream and I want to see if it really feels like that.
You know?
And she pulled him in the closet. I think this is your plan. Isn't this your plan?
There's no
this
plan.
is your plan for me to tell the story.
I'm sorry. I don't.
So you don't have to tell it, and I
I'm
get it
sorry.
wrong. So there was
It's
more
not
to
even
it.
that. It's
So
that.
anyway,
How long
she
ago
went
was that?
down
I
on
don't
him.
remember.
She went down on him
What?
in the closet.
She didn't go down on me, babe.
So how we know the real story?
There was no going down on me.
Are you sure?
100%. You made that up right now.
So when she pulled you in the closet,
listen. I'm sorry. This
when
happened
she pulled
so
you,
long ago.
hold
I don't
on, when
remember.
she pulled you in the
details.
closet, that was real. But you know that she
All
didn't
I
go down on you?
remember is the letter. She did not go down on me. There was no sex. There was no nothing.
There was a.
I don't even remember kissing her, and I don't know. Maybe I
Okay,
did
so-
that. I must have.
So
I must have kissed her.
Bust it.
I must
okay?
have kissed her if I told you that.
He told me. He
Babe,
pulled,
but there was no
he pulled
going down
her
on
in
me.
the closet. He told her she told him she wanted to know if it was if how it felt in her dream was how it would feel, right? So she pulled him in the closet and she kissed him.
I just remember sending her a letter.
Then
talking about,
hold on, let me get in the chair. Get up. Back up. Yeah, get behind me.
Whatever.
Get behind me so they can see your face.
Go ahead, so I can get some tonight.
Yeah, holy crap, right? Nah, I was just playing. I was just playing about you getting some anyway.
Of course you were.
Big
joke.
So anyway, listen, right? So he comes out. Okay, and now listen. I'm
Can I use the
on
bathroom? I'm going to use the
Go
bathroom.
ahead, go use the bathroom. So I'm minding my motherfucking business during this time. I have no idea anything. And no, guys, you hope I kicked her ass. Listen, I did not know anything. Like I didn't even know that this chick liked my boyfriend at the time. Okay, I was at home. Kilo worked during the day, or I worked during the day. Kilo worked at night. Okay, I was working at Dunkin' Donuts, so I was just minding my business. By the time I came home, I wasn't thinking about him. You know, when he got the job, I was excited. Whatever. So I was just living my life, taking care of my baby, taking care of Tony, taking care of the house. He would go to work, come home. He was busting at the time. We didn't have no car at the time. And we were not on Section 8. So, we were both, working, And so I had no time to, think about what the fuck he was doing. So, we move. And I'm looking on his computer. A year later, I'm looking on his computer and I see an email that was not sent.
I remember sending her a letter. I was
Girl.
send her a letter. Whatever.
Send her an email.
It's talking about kissing her. And then I deleted it. But
He
the thing I
thought
didn't know was
it's saved
I
in
had
the
two
draft.
different- I had 2 different accounts.
It's saved in
And
the
it was
draft.
the other account.
Yeah, it's saved. And you had 2 accounts. So you
There
were
was
planning it. You were planning this shit.
No, I wasn't planning it. There
You
was
had
just,
2 accounts for
different
some
accounts on the
reason.
computer.
Sorry, guys.
And on one of the computers, that letter was erased.
He had
But
2
the
accounts,
other-
guys.
but
You
the
heard him,
other
right?
account that was
He had
linked
2
to the
accounts.
same website.
Oh my god. Oh my god, I'm fucking shit up.
At least that's how I remember the story.
Okay.
How I remember.
Get me
the story.
something. I spilled the whole glass. Okay, so I was a manager at Dunkin' Donuts during my college years. I knew, I love that job. That job brought so many tips. I saved so much money in tips for Tony. I had a little savings account. But anyway, so I had no idea anything. Okay. And all of a sudden I see this email that was in his draft. Yeah, he sent a letter. He sent an email. But back in the day, like emails were just new. Like computers were just starting. This was in 2001. So like nobody had no emails.
I didn't know what to grab, man.
A towel. So anyway.
Here, bro.
No,
That's
I
what this
need
is
those
for,
for my
bro.
nails. Got all over my leg. So anyway, I saw that email and I kept it to myself for a minute because I didn't know what to think. I saw the date on it. The date was old. I knew it was old. So I'm like thinking in my head, how the fuck am I gonna approach him with this shit? It being a year old, like this shit
How long
happened.
ago was this, babe?
This was in 2002, because Tony was born in 2001. So this was in 2002,
long ago, guys.
Yes.
Has there been any other problems since that time?
No.
Just curious. That's one mission I was out.
No, we putting it out there. Kilo's not a cheater. That's the whole point of telling this story.
That's a long time.
Okay, but
you know how long it spent me as a man mentally after all that stuff to like.
But let me tell you. So then I find
her.
it. Then I find it and stuff, and he is just. You should have saw look on his face. He was just fucked. He was fucked.
I'm like, yo, I deleted that shit.
What? You deleted it? Like he could not.
Like how the fuck did you?
Oh, in the letter,
in
the letter, the email, it said, "I miss kissing your lips." So it was like he couldn't even deny it. Like it was his email writing to this woman who I had no knowledge
I said
of.
I wanted to kiss her lips.
No, I miss your body.
Well, must have
I want to kiss you. I miss your body. How could you miss her body?
That sucks.
That's what I want to know.
I don't know. Sometimes you just write things to make it sound good. I'm a fucking.
I miss your body. So when she was kissing you, must have been touching her titties.
I don't remember.
Or touching her ass or something.
I don't remember touching.
Maybe you
titties
fingered
or
her in the closet. You must have fingered her in the
There was
closet.
no penetration of any sort. I know that for 100%.
Yeah, you tongue her down, or did she tongue you down?
Nah. There was no tongue downs neither.
I don't believe that shit.
I'm just telling you.
I do not believe that shit.
It was just she was just feeding my ego.
What'd you say? I'm in tears laughing. Y'all made my night.
She was feeding my ego, and that's it.
Girl. So when I tell you that
I'm glad that my misery can bring you joy
this was
tonight
20
so much.
20 years ago. 20 years ago.
Listen, guys, you know how bad that hurt me? Like we were gonna break up. Like I was gonna lose everything. That shit hurt me bad.
Yup, at that day I went to
And
my
it
mom's
wasn't
house.
even that serious.
He
I'm
started
like, what the
walking.
fuck?
He started walking to my mom's house. Like, I'm leaving you. But I'm like, how the fuck? Like a year ago, and we're still together. How do you leave somebody you just find out a year ago? He's not fucking with her. We don't even live in the same city no more. We live at least an hour away. I don't even think we had a car at that time. Like, I knew he wasn't even going to see her again. But she was married.
Yo,
She was married. She had kids. Like
It's funny, man.
It's funny how I remember it all, right? That's funny that you didn't remember she was in the closet, or that you didn't think I knew.
I think that's human nature, though. Like, who wants to remember their bad things?
I know.
That shit out
I
their mind.
remember so clearly the day that man gave me his number and I brought it home. I remember so clearly. I was dancing with him in the club and everything.
And I think, and that's why I want to say I think it's different. See, when a guy does it, because it's like feeding his ego and he's like full of himself.
He didn't know I was married.
When a girl does it,
I wasn't even married.
She does it deliberately.
I wasn't even married at the time.
I don't know.
So I didn't have no ring or nothing.
Let me not say that. I don't want to start no
But
business.
you know, them guys,
in trouble over
when
here.
these guys, like, they see you in the club and you be like, I got a boyfriend. And they be like, what's your boyfriend got to do with me? I got a man. What's your man got to do with me? I told you. I'm not trying to hear that.
You know what? When
you remember that song?
When I realized like how much that hurt her, I don't even know. Like I feel like you go through trials and tribulations.
I wanted to cheat on him so bad, but I didn't. I wanted to just to see how it felt. But you know what I always thought? I always thought like I'm pretty hard to please. Like I'm not the type of woman that you could just like bing bang boom, like, oh yeah, oh yeah, that's right. No. I have my position. I know where my G spot is. You know what I'm saying? Like, so if I was to cheat on my husband, he got to be pretty damn good, like, to try to to get all that right, because I've been with my husband for a long time and he knows exactly what to do, where to do it, when to do it, how to do it. But this man that I don't know, how enjoyable is it really going to be? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. That's just me. I don't know.
Listen, two wrongs don't make a right.
I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, I messed up because I messed up. But you would have did it deliberately. That would have.
Yeah, back in the day, I would be like, what if I ever cheated on you? And he was like, I'll leave you.
It'd have been done.
How is that?
It'd have been done.
Like, if I cheated on you tomorrow, you have no right to say you're gonna leave me. Because you know better.
Because I've busted my ass to prove my position in this relationship. So now, if you would have done that to me, it would have been like a deliberate like attack. And it's like,
I was always hard to
get. There's no coming back
guys.
from that. It's like, yo, that's it.
I'd be the one in the middle of the dance floor, dancing all like sexy and stuff, just to be like, nope, I got a man. But yeah, so that's. Oh, he poured the rest of that bottle out. He need a big ass drink for that.
That's a little drink.
Look, I'm out now. Who says should I have another drink so I can spill some more tea? Oh, it's gone.
Right? What the hell?
Gone. That was juicy shit. That hasn't come out in a minute.
Listen, that jeopardized our relationship and our position in our future, right? Like,
there was another time though.
Like, things could have been bad. There was another time after that I cheated on you.
Yeah, remember when you worked at the deli and some girl gave you her number and I found it in your wallet?
That wasn't cheating.
But you know what? It was cheating.
That wasn't cheating.
You came home with her.
That was different.
No, listen, he came home with her number, right?
Beard and shit, trying to give me her number, and I put.
But why'd you take it though?
Because like, okay, this some random. Yeah, thank you.
Why'd you take it though?
And I meant to throw it out, but I didn't. I wanted to put it in my pockets. I probably was cleaning.
And so I asked my homegirl, right? I was like,
I get home and she's like,
I'm like, you know this girl?
like,
and she was like, oh my God, Melissa, don't even worry about her.
Thank you.
Even know
I'm glad she said that.
You know who said that? Carrie.
Thank God, Carrie, because I shit was not.
But you did come home with a number, just like I did, and you got so mad at me when I came home with my number.
Yeah, right. You want some shit today? Stop drinking. You're ruining the night.
Why? Because you want to be talking about your kidney stones?
No. Yeah, I really talking about my kidney stones.
Nah, this is good.
That's not invasive. I've graduated from that. That was so long ago.
Kilo, you wouldn't like Melly to have guys' numbers in her purse.
She had a guy's number.
I did, and he put it on his hat. This was
I saw it.
This was the same year.
If we're gonna do, let's just break up, bro.
Listen, because honestly,
come on now.
Because he cheated on me and stuff, right?
Bro,
when I turned 21, he could not tell me I couldn't go out. He's like, yeah, go out.
Well, I never said no, not because of that. I said no because I was cool. I was secure in my position, babe.
But you wasn't.
I want you to live your life. Go ahead. Go hang out with your homegirls. Go ahead.
Mm-hmm. And I did.
Ew, you looking real evil right now. Maybe you should keep talking. Maybe I'll learn some new shit.
Yeah, but it won't matter because it was 20 years ago.
No.
It was 20 years ago.
Oh, it wouldn't matter. All right, what else?
It was 20 years ago. We still gonna do something tonight, right?
Preach.
If you know the truth.
I don't know, unless you mess it up.
If you know the truth about 20,
it up now.
20 years ago.
Let's see.
Are you still gonna love me?
I'm gonna be mad here. Like, what? She needs somebody. I ain't hear that story before.
Oh, no.
If I hear a story, I didn't hear it before. You ain't
I still lucky. Who's that? No more pain. No more pain, Yvonne. He passed the baby. We're not talking about no goddamn kidney stones.
You sure?
So hold on. I forgot what I was gonna say now. Millie, man, since 23 years. No, wait.
Guys, you know how long? Listen, I dedicated my life. Listen, after I did that to my wife, and listen.
I know who I am and I will never,
Listen, after I realized, I know she's trying to do this imaginary, like I did it again to her, but that's imaginary. But listen, in real life.
No, he didn't.
When she saw the letter. That shit
what did I do? What did I do? Do you remember?
I don't know, but I know it hurt me.
What about Tasha?
What about Tasha?
Who the fuck is the Tasha?
Who the hell? That's way before. You're going way back. No, that don't Tasha don't even count.
Yes, Tasha did count. And so did Jolie. So did Jolie.
What are you talking about? Those are all no.
Those were prior to me having Tony. but they still counted.
Those did not count.
They counted.
Oh my gosh. Well,
Those were juicy.
paint
Now
me
that
one about
the
me.
Jolie situation was the Jerry Springer shit. The Tasha was not, because Tasha was just in the beginning, and Kilo was having multiple girls come over to see him, including me. And
They were all my friends.
they were his friends.
You guys are all my friends.
You guys are all my friends.
Wait, my son can have female friends, but I can't and shit.
You're my friend.
We were all buddies.
So you would tell
That don't
Tasha,
count. We were
but you were
buddies.
telling Tasha not to come over when I was over.
Cause y'all used to act stupid together.
Mm-mm.
Y'all couldn't act right and shit.
I was never with Tasha at the same time.
Whack. That's way before. That's
Yup,
way
I
before.
was with Kilo.
See, this is
I was
unfair
with
what's happening
Kilo.
right now.
I was with Kilo. No,
The
this
point
is
that I was trying to
real.
make, guys.
This is real shit that happened to me and Kilo in the
This-
beginning
the
of
point-
our
the point-
relationship.
The point that I was trying to make, guys, was that
Are you
dedicate-
sweating?
No, I'm not sweating because you're like going way too far. You're going
Woo!
really
We're
far.
taking it way back.
But,
1995.
After that
Mm,
that
I was the one. But
after that
the whole point in this whole thing
that trip.
is just because he was a cheater.
Can't talk. This is my life. I was
Guys, you about to jump over to my live. You ready?
We ain't jumping over no line.
You about to have 5 people on this motherfucker. No, I'm just playing, but
Because that had happened, I felt like I spent a lot of time
he did.
like proving that I could re-earn my trust. Because you know how it is, guys. You can have trust, right? And then once you break it, it's like hard to regain. So I felt like I went above and beyond Call of Duty to re-earn my trust. Like I stopped doing.
Kilo
everything.
said, "I saw the letter and it hurt me." Kilo said, "I sent her a letter."
I sent her a letter, bro, and I erased it. I didn't know that it was going to be on both the different accounts.
Oopsie!
And then she's stalking me and shit. Like,
Da-na-na-na-na, Inspector Melly. Da-na-na-na-na.
That's-
Ooh, ooh.
But then after that, I'm like, wow. And I really like did a lot of soul searching. And
And he found his
in that
soul.
soul searching, I chose where I wanted to be.
You can see my uvula.
And I
Ow.
chose to keep it with my wife and keep it moving. Like, I chose that. Like, that was even like around the time where
You chose that?
where my baby mom
Your
was trying
ass
to
would
get
have
me
got.
back. That was also around that time that my baby mom was trying to get me back. And I was like, nah.
You thought about it though, didn't you?
Nah. Like, nah.
I couldn't believe when that bitch did that.
But I'm just trying to say, like,
I had a whole baby with him, and
I
she trying to
felt
get him
like
back.
I went above and beyond the Call of Duty
That bitch.
to prove to her because I didn't know what would it take to prove to her. Like, I'm gonna stop hanging out. I'm not gonna do this. I'm gonna stay home. I'm gonna let her know every move I'm making. Like, how can I prove to her like I choose her? And that's when I did a lot of soul searching myself as an individual man and be like, how
And then you asked me to
important
marry
it was,
you, and I was like,
how it was important to make my queen know her position. Like, it really put it a staple to our relationship. Because at that point, it was like,
Right?
you know what?
Saying.
No other woman will ever
how the fuck
be
this
able to
bitch?
like, look at my wife.
She
and be like,
gonna
yeah, I
cheat
got
on
you. You know what
him.
I'm saying?
He's gonna
Like,
cheat on her with some other chick. Then she cheats on him. She
I
don't
didn't-
want him
At
back.
that point, I didn't allow my ego to dictate what kind of man I was going to be. Like,
you know,
now
I was
I'm
face to face with
going
her
to
after that too.
I'm going to bear my babe. I'm sorry, my whatever it takes. I'm going to bear that to this woman. I want her to know no other person sits before you. And since then, there has never been. So when that happened, babe, how long? So how many years have I been good?
Unless you were better.
How many years have I been? No, how
20
many
years.
years?
20 years.
I spent the last 20 years of my life making sure my wife knows her position. In fact, even beyond that, never making those same mistakes. Like, I don't have an ego no more. I'm egoless.
I doubt it.
Like, my joy.
I doubt it. That's just because you think you're ugly
It
and
matters,
bald.
it matters how my wife thinks about me. Like, nothing
No, it
else
don't.
matters to me.
No, no.
Yeah, it does. What are you talking about? That's the only thing that matters at the end of the day. How does my queen think about me? How my kids think about me?
Ladies, note to self: do not swallow.
She didn't go down on me. There was no going down. No swallowing.
Supposedly that's what had happened,
Nah.
but he didn't even come out with the
I
real
think you put that in your mind.
story. No, I said that
It was
because
really
I wanted to
innocent, and
see
I'm
if you
glad-
were gonna be like, no.
You know, and I pride myself in that it was innocent. That I made it seemed so much bigger than what it really was.
No,
But-
nah, that was
but it
intense, bro.
But it could have been.
Listen, if I got pulled into a closet by some man that was watching me and I knew that he was digging me, that would have just turned me on. Like, ooh, I can't wait
Wow.
to see this guy tomorrow.
I will hope not, baby.
Like this secret.
Really.
This secret. It's like so much more intense
Maybe
when
early,
it's a
but now
secret.
you would do that to me, babe.
Right? Like if it's I don't know, I'm about to go to work, babe.
I realize that you.
Do you trust me?
I realize.
I don't know. Do you?
I do trust you
Okay.
because I
I was
realize
about
you
to say.
only do things like that.
I would
when you
never.
feel like something is missing at home, and at that time in my life, I wasn't really happy. You know, and a lot of that isn't her fault. A lot of that could also be my fault, like how I was seeing things. I could have been ignorant. Maybe I was, you know, like seeing things that wasn't there or doing things like so.
No,
I
you weren't.
realized, like-
She pulled you in
like,
the
once
closet. Or maybe that's a
things
lie.
are
Maybe you pulled her in the closet.
Listen, at this.
Maybe it was you that had the dream.
Listen, at this.
Oh, plot twist. Maybe it was you that had the dream.
Listen, at this day and age.
It was somebody who had a dream.
And how secure I am in my relationship, something like that could not happen no more. Like the
You see,
opportunity.
you see the smirk on
That's
his
growth.
face, though.
No, that's growth.
You see,
growth.
see.
The growth is you don't allow the opportunity to even arise.
Look how curly my hair is.
Like that's growth in a relationship. I think that's the difference between early relationships and steady relationships. You know what I'm saying? Like things that are real. Like I'm not gonna allow any other girl to feed my ego. They can't feed my ego. My eyes aren't for them. My eyes are only for my queen. You know.
Oh man, once a cheater,
babe,
always. I feel betrayed for you.
I do want to say though that I'm lucky.
Nah, Amy. Nah,
I do want to say that I'm lucky, and I do realize how lucky I am. Like I'm lucky to have a girl that
I wouldn't be sitting here.
Forgiven.
I wouldn't be sitting here still married to him if he was still a cheater. He's
I
good.
couldn't do that, man. Like that's just not.
But just so you know, once a cheater, not always a cheater. It's really like I believe that when men have a problem, then yes.
I think
that when they have a problem
when
and
you're
they're
young, I think when you're young
whatever.
and you're used to being the man, which I was. Yeah.
Hey, Dazzy.
It's like celebrity. You see all these celebrities, young celebrities that can't handle the showbiz. Maybe I couldn't handle being me. You know, in the beginning. And I don't know. Life is weird like that. But at this day and age of my life.
No, but Kilo knew that I was like.
It couldn't happen.
I was basically pure. So, you know.
To me, you were pure. Like, you were just saying how bad things happened to you when you were younger.
Yeah, but you didn't know any of that.
To me, that didn't dictate you. Even when I did find out. It just made me more sympathetic to you. Like, damn, my baby's been such a hard life. And look at me. I'm adding to that hard life.
No.
Like, it made me be, those are small things that made me want to be a better man. Yeah. It was like, wow, I'm doing this to this lady. She loves me so much. She's like sacrificing it all for me. And then look at me. It's like, who the fuck am I? You know what I'm saying? Like, you really, like, I don't know. I don't know if every man's like that. But, you know, for me, that was my journey into finding who I'm going to be and how I want to be.
Yeah, but remember, I didn't find out until a year later. So, yeah, I did kind of, it was like a slap in the face. But,
I bet it was.
It was, and I was like, "What?" Like, I don't. And around that time,
I'm not proud of that.
Because of that, that made me feel like, question a lot that you did. But he proved himself, guys. He really did. Like, he didn't hang out.
I hope so.
You know, he really did. He did. Even to this day, I don't check his phone or anything like that. But I know if I have an intuition,
she can grab my phone anytime.
If I have an intuition and I feel some type of way, then I will say something. You know what I'm saying?
And once again, that was the journey for me too. Like it showed me the importance of karma. Like if I could do it, it's okay for her to do it, and it changed me. Like, can she do this? No, she can't do that. I can't do that.
So that's why you say if you did it, then I would never forgive you. But because you changed.
It was part of my growth.
Which is all that matters at this point. That's what Jay said.
I hope so. I would love to believe that we can all outlive our past. that our past isn't going to dictate who we are present. I would love to believe that I'm able to have redemption.
In the last
important to me.
20 years, well, Tony's about to be 20, so I'm gonna say 19 years. There has not been any kind of like intuition, anything to make me feel any type of way. He knows. He definitely knows that I will leave him so quick. Like,
and I expected to.
And I depend on my husband a lot, like, you know, because he's my husband and he goes above and beyond to make me feel special and happy. And, you know, when I have my bad days, but let me tell you, when I get in my moods, I become the strongest bitch. Like, when I start putting in my head that, you know, like if we get into an argument, I feel like, okay, you know, like when we got into an argument after with the whole Tony situation, like, and our marriage was on the line, I started prepping. Like, what are you going to do? How are we going to survive? How are you going to take care of the family? Like, I get into survival mode and I start prepping. Like, but he knows that. He knows that I don't show weakness when it comes to needing to be strong. So, like, of course I would be hurt and everything, you know. I would never have to think. I would never want to think like that. But you know, when I need to, I know what I need to do. But you know, no, I don't need to do that though. I have a good man. But you know, we have our ups and downs, just like every marriage.
Supposed to have opposites attract. You're not gonna always agree. You're not gonna always do the same.
And we were raised differently. He was raised with a strict mother, although she wasn't the best mother.
Yeah.
She wasn't the best mother, but she was very strict. Yeah. And I was out on my own since 12.
Right. Exactly.
So it's like when it comes to the kids, I'm
18,
like, yeah, he didn't have sex until he was
18, 19.
20. I mean, I had sex when I was 12. Like, you know, like, I feel like I survived. So when I think of my kids, like maybe having sex earlier, my boys, you know, drinking earlier, like I was okay. So I go back to like being like, they're going to be okay. They fucked up. They might have fucked up, but they're going to be okay. Like you don't, just because his mother did it that way and he feels like it needs to be that way, doesn't mean that they are not going to be okay.
We're compromising. We're finding a happy medium.
We are because
we don't have all the answers, but
if you guys were back,
kind of guide or blow the sails, you know, like.
If you guys were back when Tony was 17 and he moved out the house and, you know, Kilo was like fed up with him because he was trying to do what he wanted to do. And me crying, the video is still up there. I was devastated. My baby left. Like, and I was so scared and so afraid, you know, but like, because I wasn't ready and how it was. And, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. But you will see, like, how it was. We almost separated. And so I think
like
now
our fights later became about the kids.
Now Laylo is the same age as Tony. And I think Kilo learned through that whole situation. We learn, like, we don't learn until we have our first.
That's why it's hard. That's why it's hard for the first.
Right.
You tested everything out on them.
Right. So with Tony, it's like Kilo and Tony have the best relationship now. And Tony will even say, like, you know, when I moved out, me and Dad became so close. And he cherishes that. Because awesome. Kilo just doesn't know how to be a father to a growing teenager going into adulthood. He doesn't know.
Meaning like letting go of control, I guess.
Right, because of how his mother was with him. He can only go back to what he knows.
I wasn't allowed to do that stuff till I moved out.
Here, you sit down.
18, whatever years old. So, yeah, I have a problem with my kids doing certain things because it wasn't like that for me. If you want to hold it against me, then go ahead. You know, but I could only be a product of what I was raised from.
Yeah,
and to me, that wasn't normal. This is not normal. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, but no, they're all doing great. And just because I'm not, once again, because through the touring experience with the older
son experience, you learned a lot.
Right.
But at the same time, listen, these kids are smart, and these kids will always try to challenge you now, and it's hard to fight against them, because like when our parents said something, they said it, and that was law. You didn't question it. But this day and age, you allow your kids to question it. And it leaves you in a weird position where you have to try to come up with a really good excuse. Where in actuality, I don't need no excuse to be your parent. The rules I make is the rules I make. You know, you're not going to always like the rules that I make, but I am a parent, and when I make it, you know, I make it for a reason. But the reason why I'm bringing that up is like with Tony, you really learn like he was ready to be on his own.
Yeah,
you know?
no,
And
him and Tony's relationship was good. Like it was good until Tony hit like about 16. But Tony was having some issues, and Tony, you know, he needed to learn for himself how life really was.
Thank you, Destiny.
And only until he moved out did he learn, you know, what.
Because it's different. Listen,
really
rules
was.
change. Listen, and
But
to
if
me,
Tony
and
wanted
to
to
me,
come
that's
home
normal.
today, if Tony wanted to come home today, there would still be rules.
Exactly.
He couldn't have his
and that's what I'm
girlfriend
trying to
live here.
say.
You
That's
know,
what
if
I'm
he
trying to say.
needed us,
Like,
he could always come back. But Tony feels like
that's what will
if
help
he
that
did,
relationship.
You know,
Tony wanted to just be his own man.
He does.
And
I give that to
unfortunately,
him.
because
Tony
of the way
is
I was
a lot like
raised,
me. A lot like me.
because of the way I was raised, like I feel like you be your own man when you're on your own. If you're home, then you have to listen to the rules of your parents. That's why she was just saying, if Tony moved back here, you have to listen
Christina
to our
wants to
rules.
know, is there a double standard for your kids? My brother got away with everything. Are you stricter with Angie?
And you know, it's funny that you say that, right? Because I wish I could say there's a double standard, because, you know, there's almost a soft spot where there should be, because women really, really need to learn, or it would be beautiful if they're taught their worth and how special they really are. And it's different from a guy losing his virginity than it is for a woman to lose her virginity. And it would be beautiful. It'd be beautiful to let her know that, yeah, you are special. You're more special than a man. You know, men are dogs, but you're a queen. You're a future queen.
Christy said, "You learn as you go.
You are more special."
There is no handbook.
And it's unfortunately, it sounds negative, but there is a double standard. But in this house, there's a learning curve, because even with like things with my son, like, yo, I can't let
Kilo is afraid
I can't let
that
you do
I
certain
am going
things
to let
because
Angie do
do
the
it.
same shit as Laylo. And
So
I'm
to
like,
me,
Angie's a girl. She's not.
There's no double standard.
So there
in
is
this
a double
house,
standard. Yes, there is.
But I don't want it to be a double standard.
But there is. There is.
But I don't want it to be a double
standard. Because boys
standard.
are different than girls. That's why.
But I don't want to be a double standard.
Boys could go hang out.
No, because boys can get a girl pregnant and it's their dad's a problem. Or you can get my daughter's pregnant and it's my problem.
No.
That's where the double standard. Listen,
yes,
if
that's
you want to know,
standard.
if you want to know what the double
standard, going hanging out with a bunch of guys. My son hangs out with a bunch of friends and a bunch of girls. So I'm not afraid of that. I'm just not. I am double standard when it comes to Angie. Yes, I am. My daughter ain't gonna be the one out there being raped. Okay, I would never let my daughter be put in a situation. Kilo doesn't like my daughter sleeping over her friend's house, and I agree.
Or my son.
And I don't care about my son.
And I don't.
He's just afraid that Laylo's gonna sleep out and maybe have sex.
No, I don't do it because, well, there's a lot of fears. You should have that fear. If you're a parent, you should have that fear. Because listen, you could do all that stuff later. That stuff comes later. Right now, my job as your parent is to make sure that you focus on you. Listen, my job is to make you try to be you for as long as you could be.
True, I agree.
Because once you go cross that line.
Oh, I tell Laylo, no, I do not want him to have a girlfriend. I say you concentrate on yourself. Once you bring a girl in the picture, you start concentrating on her, and she wants this and she wants that, and buy me this and buy me that.
You stop thinking about yourself. You want to make your girl happy.
Right.
You know what? That's the natural instinct of a real man. That's how you're supposed to think. I can't be mad at you.
And he
but
learned
I don't
from
want
his father. So,
but I don't want you to think that too early.
You give me everything.
Not
I
at
want.
17, not at 16, not at 17, and hopefully not at 18. Because at 18, you should be like getting out in the real world, whether you choose college, a trade, or some type of sport, or, you know what I'm saying? Like, there should be, listen, if there's one advice that all older people would give to younger people is be yourself for a little bit longer, because once you get locked down and you choose that life, your world's different. I don't think about, once me and Melissa was a duo, it wasn't about what Kilo wanted, it was about what we wanted. Right now, I want you to be a little selfish. Think about what Layla wants.
Layla has a future for him.
Achieve all your goals and dreams. Listen, it sounds good. We all say a girl going to help me, but in actual 90% of the time, it don't work out like that. So why put yourself in that? You know, be yourself. Now,
yeah, you see, Tony.
Now I know
Tony don't go nowhere without his girlfriend.
We can't even hang out with him as a family. Not to say it negatively, you know what? Because I guess we have to accept.
We do love Avery.
That she's a part of. She's a part of him.
Oh, she.
But sometimes
she definitely is, because she knows she could deal with Tony. Tony's not easy to deal with. Tony is rapid cycle bipolar, and he has ADHD. So, you know, Tony will be up. You know, you might see Tony and he's like big-eyed and everything. That's because he's on a manic. And then you might see Tony and he's just chill. You know what I'm saying? Like, she knows how to deal with him. And I think they are good for each other. But she takes advantage of him a lot, which I don't like. She's not working. He is the sole provider in his household. And, you know, that
he's still learning his way.
But you know? He was brought up seeing his father take care of his mother. So to him, there's like nothing wrong with it. But to me, like, he doesn't know.
To us, we know. Well, you need
he
to
doesn't
be more
know mommy busted her ass when he was, you know, when before I had kids, you know. So like, and even after
his road has become harder because he decided to take the responsibility of not only his own actions,
rapid
but also
cycle
the
is
actions
hard.
of his woman.
And you know what? I know how to, like, when he got his license and he failed, I automatically knew. I told my mother, and my mother is not used to seeing him like that. I told my mother, oh my God, I pray to God that he doesn't go off, because he was so excited that he was going to get it. Yeah. And he felt so confident. And when he came back, you should have saw him. Like, the dude was an asshole, first of all. He tested in an area where it's like more like out more, not in the city.
Well, right, an unfamiliar spot too.
When he came back, he parked all crooked. Like, he did not give a fuck. And I could have sworn, I was like, please, dear God, just don't let him, like, he got out and he's learning himself. He did not try to fight the man.
No, he's actually
he did not cuss the man out.
He has a really good
he's learning himself. Yes, he's learning himself. He's usually very cheery and high spirited, high energy. Mm-hmm. But when he's down, he's down. And when he's up. And when we got into the car, it was like he was just like, he was manic.
Yeah.
Actually he was low. He was low. He wasn't manic. And I knew as his mother how to switch him out of it. My mother didn't know. And so my mother was kind of getting anxious. And I'm like, you know, I could switch him like that. And because I know him. So anyway, I got him in a better mood and whatever. And now he's going to be taking his license again. And I keep telling him to, you know, you got to study, because he's the type that he's not dumb. Like, if he sees something, all he has to do is see it once and he remembers it. But I keep trying to tell him, like, driving tests are different. Like, you have to know how to do things. If the dude is looking for something, it's not just you see it, you see what he wants, and that's what you do. You have to know how to do it. Yeah. So it's like hard for him to grasp that. But he has it again the 31st of August. So say a prayer for my son Tony that he gets it, because he really needs it. He has a car already. He saved his money and he bought a car. So
yeah, got his car already, and he
learned
from the first test what you know what to do and what to expect. I'm pretty sure he'll pass it the second time. But you know what, like we were saying with the kids, like Tony was a tester, and I felt like we learned a lot with Tony. Like, we allowed him to date at 17. Yeah, I wasn't really in agreement.
And
with
that was bad. That was bad.
And but so like with Laylo, it's a little bit harder, because we're like, well, you know, we learned a valuable lesson with that, and no, we don't expect you to be dating. You know, go chase your dreams. So we're really trying to be goal orientated with Laylo. And like right now he's getting older, and I feel almost, I don't want to say I feel bad for him, but I understand his position because I feel like, and although he's not in competition with anybody, he has his friends, and his friends have certain things and certain luxuries.
His friends have everything handed to him
because they're able to go hang out and fuck around or experience life, and we're still holding him back in a sense, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, you can't do these certain things. So it's like I respect Lalo because he's different, and he's accepting the challenges that we're putting before him. And although he doesn't always agree with them, doesn't always like them, but you know how it is, guys. It's hard, man. Like, you learn one thing from your kids, but like with the double standard, get back to the topic with the double standard with Angie. I feel like by the time Angie's the same age as Lalo, she's gonna have all the benefits of Lalo as long as she's doing all the same things. Like Lalo's doing great. Like, he's a good kid. He has great grades. People that are outside of our universe are in his world, whether it's his teachers or scouts or people just privileged enough to know who Lalo is. They all say great things about Lalo, and so I feel like by the time Angie is 17, and if she's doing all the right things, that although I would love to say, yeah, it's going to be a double standard, we're going to be more strict with Angie, but if she really proves her worth, I feel like at that we'll be 10 years older, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. We'll be a little bit more wiser. We'll be a little bit more accepting. I feel like each kid makes the path easier for the next kid.
That is great. Blended adobo.
What's that?
She said, I understand we don't do cell phones until the kids reach 18.
That's great.
And that is freaking great.
Let me tell you right now, if there's one thing that we could do that I feel like is better for our kids, is not to introduce them to that world early. Because once you open that box, you can't close it.
Anchor said, so Lalo works harder. Nothing wrong with that. It builds strength and character.
But
Lalo
listen.
Okay. Tony is like me. Lalo is an overachiever like his father. Like Kilo. Kilo has always been an overachiever. Anything he does it to his best ability.
I feel
no
bad for
matter
him.
What. Cooking, his best ability. Cleaning, his best ability. He doesn't do it often, but when he does, his best ability. Okay. Working, best ability. Like, anything he does,
and that's
he does
the thing. Like,
those
are the things that our kids are facing, right? Because they're fighting against what we think is best for them. At the same time, they're fighting at what their friends are doing. And that's where the real conflict comes. And fortunately for us, and hopefully it's the same for you guys, as long as you keep that communication open, I believe, once again, they're not going to always agree with everything you have to say for them. They're not going to always like every rule you have for them. They're going to want to challenge and make you explain yourself, to make them feel more at ease or for them to prove a point. But as parents, it is ideal that we stay firm in what we believe in, because at the end of the day, they're going to go back to that thought, that anchor in life, and really be able to flourish as an individual. We can't always say yes to everything. That's why it's like,
yeah, Lalo, let's tell them about what happened today. Lalo got mad at me.
I gotta pee.
Lalo got upset with me because he's been working a lot. Okay. He will have the day off. They will call him in. He will go to work. Well, today he also got asked to get a higher position, to be. He's only been working there for like a month, and he got asked to take a higher position. So of course he's going to take it. But he asked me today. Actually, he asked his father, which was crazy because his father usually says no, and I usually say yes. And we fight about that because Kilo will be like, I don't want him to go, and I'll be like, let him go. So, hold on. So today he asked his father if he can go to a casino. One of his friends' fathers had a hotel room that they rented. The father was staying in one hotel room, and he rented it for the kids for the other hotel room. Mind you, it's 17-year-olds, maybe 18, whatever.
Who really knows? This day and age.
Now, Kilo did not say no. And Laylo felt like his father was going to say yes. So Kilo shows me the text, and automatically I was like,
you know, I'm going to discuss it with my wife first. I'm not going to make a decision on my own.
So automatically I was like,
babe, how do
no.
you feel about this?
Usually I say yes. I'm the one to say yes.
Right, exactly.
But seeing how
and
it was
usually
like,
he'll text his mom because he knows that she's
Right.
going to say yeah.
But it was like 2 hours away. It was at a casino. He was going to have his own room with his friends, whatever.
Overnight, yeah.
I couldn't do it.
Flags.
There was something
As a
inside of
parent.
me that said, do not let him go.
Like, I know you growing up and there's certain things, but you know, as your parent, I'm not supposed to make it that easy. Like sleeping over, like you listen, you can do drugs, you can do drinking. I'll never know about it because it's the next day. We're not even thinking about sex, and then all the other dangers.
See, I'm not thinking about that. I'm the one thinking,
what if something bad happens?
Nobody's going to touch him. He's 17.
You never know.
I'm the one thinking about what if you get into a predicament. See, that's how Kilo thinks. Kilo thinks sex, drugs, blah, blah, blah. But mind you, I was the one that grew up by myself, taking care of myself. I'm not afraid of that. Okay. I know he's going to drink eventually. I know he's going to be okay eventually. But my thing is, okay, if he does that, she said prostitutes are at the casino.
I'm not comfortable with sleepovers, you know, and it's
so anyway, I told him no,
like
and I told him I felt a bad feeling in
so
my
yeah,
gut.
I gave him a list of the text. Like,
I said, what if something happened to you and I can't get to you?
Right, exactly. 2 hours.
That was my thing. And who's going to drive you back home?
I don't know this guy. Listen, I know what 17-year-old kids are doing. You tell me what your friends are doing. You know what I'm saying? It's like we know that they're not going to be in the right state of mind.
Well, I don't know that. I don't know if they're going to be drinking. I don't know that,
but
anyway, that's what he thinks about. I could care less about because I already know. Like, it's bound to happen. That's going to happen. And eventually it's going to happen regardless because he's about to be 18.
Well, hopefully when you're of the age.
And then 21. Like, of course, I still sit back and I worry about my son, Tony.
Not comfortable.
He's 20. He's out the house.
And you guys are talking about that double standard, right? And I think about that with my daughter. Like, man, what example am I setting for my daughter if you're doing this?
Double standard. He's a boy.
That's what I'm like.
But anyway, we didn't let him go. And he got really upset. He got really upset. And he kept it going. Like, Ma, I don't understand what you think. You could call his father. And I was like, nah, who's going to bring you home? Do you got work tomorrow?
Yeah, he started.
You have work tomorrow,
so he'll try to, and I hate it because he'll try to make his mom feel guilty. And you know, we made a parental decision. Like, we do not have to explain ourselves. It does not have to be a good enough reason for you. We have our own mind. Like, a lot of dangers. There's a lot of red flags. He is very responsible, though. But there's still a lot of red flags as a parent. And
I told him, this is what I told him. I said, I'm not afraid of what you're going to do. I trust you. I'm afraid of what you could get into, and I can't help you because you're far. You know what I'm saying? And like, I'm afraid, like, okay, who's going to drive you home? Because he don't have a car. Are you going with his father? No. It's probably going to be my friend, whatever, so-and-so. Well, you know, you're not really supposed to be in his car. So like driving that far and like, how are you going to get to work? You're going to depend on him. He doesn't have to be home for work. You do. So it was like, I was like, no. Something in my soul is telling me to say no, and I'm going with it.
Come on, wait. This just sounds like you 17 years old. You renting out a hotel. You're trying to make it sound good because the dad's Mike's going to be there, but he has his own room. I don't know this guy, Mike. I don't know if he's a scumbag. I don't know what kind of dude he is.
No, he could be the type of father that doesn't care.
I don't want to hear that shit. Listen, I'm not comfortable with this.
We don't know. I don't even know his friend.
I love you so much. I'm not willing to take a chance.
Nope.
Just like my daughter.
And then I'm like, you know, I start getting emotional because ever since I've been down on my anxiety med, I get emotional. If I'm overwhelmed, I will start getting emotional. So I say to him, you know, if anything ever happened to you and I let you go and I start like tears coming to my eyes or whatever, like I can never, you understand? I can never forgive myself. I have a gut feeling that something could happen. It's in my gut to say no. Right. I usually don't tell you no. I usually am the one to say yes, but I said, do you understand if something ever happened to me? I mean, it happened to you. I could never forgive myself, and I start crying. Why are you gonna start crying? Cause this is how I feel. Like, this is it. Like, no. And so then he was like, all right, can I later on he says, can I go play basketball with so and so over here? And I was like, yeah, go. He's here in town. You know what I'm saying? And so he came back at a regular time, but he got all his friends sending him like text messages of the hotel room, how luxurious it is.
Well, that's
it was a really nice hotel room.
Man, you know, it's like you like all of a sudden you're competing against their friends, and it's almost unfair because they're not thinking about you; they're thinking about their friends.
Mm-hmm.
But listen, I'm your parent. You know what? And I don't need a good enough reason for. I don't need a reason that you think is good enough.
So the other day,
no.
Go ahead, you can finish.
I was gonna say me saying no.
I'm not trying to be mean. I care about you.
Yeah, it's good enough. Like I don't have to explain myself to you.
Tay said, "Girl, I cry every day. Don't feel bad." Well,
it's hard, man, because these kids are getting old. And listen, the world, their music, their heroes are all pushing them to do these things, man. That's listen, just a little bit out your league, bro. Listen, be you, man. Chase your dreams, man. You know, like trust us. Like, I think that's the hardest part with your.
Raising kids nowadays is not easy.
It's beautiful in the beginning, but at the end, when you're fighting against them and their work, like that's why I said I almost feel bad for him, because I understand that although you're not, you are competing with your friends, and your friends are adding this unnecessary pressure. Look what we're doing. We're able to do this, and it sucks, bro, to be a parent where you have to, you know what I mean? Like, listen, I don't know if I'm the right or wrong parent. I don't know if everything I do is right. But I'm a parent that's following my gut and my heart. And I love you. You have to, like Laylo, like I was trying to entertain the nephews. And I hear Laylo working on his mom, trying to make her feel bad for making the decision that she made as a parent. And like questioning her, like what you're telling me isn't good enough. Like you have to give me a good enough reason why this is not okay. Like she even came to me and was like, "Hey, do you want to talk to the dad?"
He almost got me, guys.
And I'm like, "No, I don't agree with sleepovers."
He almost got me.
I had to be strong for both of us. And then he kept it going. Like he started like, and I told him too. Why I tried to mind my business.
Why are you talking about it still? They already left. Like
I respect her and her son's relationship. Listen, I know. You know what? I'm gonna shut up. Like, listen. Once again, that's one of the things that I learned. Remember, I used to feel like I was the man. Now you're, our biggest arguments was like I started feeling like I was in the back seat and the kids in the front seat. So when she's handling the kids, I stay in the back. I'm like, you know what? They have their own relationship. Because me, I wasn't raised the way she was raised. I was raised. Your parents told you something and you respected it, and you that was it. It was law. But she was raised where you could debate it. There's a line.
No,
and you could kind of.
By the time I was 12 years old, I was out the house, so there was no debating nothing. Well, I had to listen. I had to follow directions because I was in detention homes or whatever. But once I was out, it was like I was so used to not having an authority that I was my own authority, and I had to figure shit out myself.
And well,
but I don't want that for my kids.
They have this unique relationship where they could express who they are to her. Like with me, I'm like, nope, one way, boom. Nope, that way, boom. That's it, boom.
And another thing, like Kilo will feel like one of the kids is lying or whatever, right? To me, I will never, and it's because of what I went through. If you just jumped on, I told the whole story before, probably about an hour ago. Because of what I went through, I would never accuse my children of lying.
Over the whatever.
Right. I will always choose my kids first. But no, I'm street smart. I remember who I was as a kid. I remember other kids. I remember. So I know how. I swear I should be like a kid counselor or whatever, because I know how to get through to kids. Right. And I wanted to do that. And I was going to college for that. But I was like, oh my God.
And I love that about you, your heart. And I think I think everyone loves you about that, your heart. Like you are definitely, like I said, I'm one way, but I think what makes it work is that they have you. Where you're like.
That's probably what it is,
You know
Anchor.
what I'm saying? Like the.
Yeah,
Like
I
you could be
know
swayed.
how. Right, I could, and I know what to say, and I know how to bring things
And you do
out,
it for
and I
your
know how to
reasons, right.
say it.
Right.
Because I was that kid. I wasn't a naive kid. I was very smart.
Yeah.
Like, you're talking about a kid who had to figure out how to jump on a train to get to where she needed to get to without any money.
12
Like
years old.
12 years old.
Right.
So, like, I'm very street smart, and I give that to
You're
my
advanced.
father. I
You're
give that to
advanced,
my
yeah.
father. Yes. But rest in peace. But I don't know.
So
It's so different
like,
now,
Layla,
though.
like, I don't want to say Layla was giving her a hard time. I don't want to say that.
So listen to what happened,
But-
though.
Go ahead.
So Laylo wants to be very independent. Okay. So Laylo doesn't want to ride to work. He doesn't want to ride home. So he's getting himself to
Of
work.
course, and we're pushing him to be independent,
Right.
Which is great.
We bought him a bike so that he could ride if he wanted to.
And
He
see,
wants
and that's
to
why
be
I
that
feel bad
man.
for him. Once again, not to cut you off, baby, but that's why I feel bad for him. Like, we're teaching him, like, you make your own way. Meanwhile, his friends kind of got the silver spoon. So now he's driving a bike to work while they got these cars that their parents bought. But we're teaching him to be independent, where you're going to buy your own car. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I could be sympathetic, but not sympathetic, you know what I'm saying, to Layla. I feel like once Layla becomes a man of his own, he's going to be so much farther advanced than his friends, because his friends was given shit. Where we're making Layla literally work for his shit. Like, it ain't easy. It ain't easy to be Layla, but it's easy to be Layla's friend. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how I feel anyway. Now, maybe that's not the reality, but you know what I'm saying.
Well, he's gonna feel like he came from the
Like,
bottom.
Layla's gonna feel like, wow, I really had to work for this shit.
He really does, but he wants to.
Was it nothing given
So
to me?
the other day,
And I feel like that's gonna help him.
the other day. Now, if you don't know, my car is a piece of shit now. You really need a new car.
Trash.
So, we've been looking for cars or whatever. But so Laylo went to work 7:00. He went to work, and it was time for him to come home. And I messaged him, Laylo, what time do you?
Well, this is a mother's love. Because me, I'm a dad, and I want Layla to earn his own way. Like, you're like, and I think that's why it's so important to have a father figure, because a mother's love
Will baby him, I guess.
It's endless, man. It's endless.
His mother was not
It
endless.
makes
His
me
mother
jealous
just
because I didn't have a mother
did not
like
give
that.
a fuck.
I
She
feel like my
cared
mother
about
hated me.
keeping control and not letting him do stuff, but like she really wasn't a good mother.
Through loving my wife and seeing I see what a mother's love is supposed to be. I feel like I was denied that. I didn't have that mother's love. Like, I feel like my mother hated me. Where these kids, they know their mother loves them. Maybe they think their dad hates them.
No,
I'm
they
so-
don't.
I'm so
They know
strict.
you. They know that
Good,
you love them.
good. But they know
They do.
100%. Man, my mom, and I think that's why the comfort is there.
Listen, one thing my boys will be
They
not.
ain't gonna hold it against me.
One thing my boys will not be is weak. They will never
Never.
be
Any of them,
weak-minded
even
men.
the girls, even Angie. But go ahead.
Not even Angie. So because of the man that he is,
And the woman you are,
whatever. But whatever.
honestly, because
Yes.
you know what,
I'm strong. I do things.
I wish my mom would have made me feel that empowered. Like you really got them gassed up. Like, they feel like, man, I can tell my mom anything, even if it's an argument. And listen, Lila was not happy about us saying no to him, and he didn't let me know. He let his mom know, and I was ignoring it the whole time because once again,
He was really upset.
you know what?
And
I
it broke
know
my heart.
that Melissa and her sons or her kids, I know that Melissa and her kids have a different relationship. It's more, give and take. I can tell you how I feel, and you're not going to hold it against me. But we know, don't make dad mad.
Mhm.
They ain't gonna be good for us. Don't make that. But with mommy, shit, we're gonna make mommy pissed off all she wants. She's just gonna take it. I'm
No,
jealous
I get
because
to
wish
my
I had
point.
that.
I'll be like, dude, you fucking donkey.
And that's why I love Melissa. Like
I can take a lot.
opposites really do attract. But anyway, it was almost like I ignored it for as long as I could, but I felt like Melissa needed me. Like, because I don't want to overstep Melissa's boundaries. Like, that's not my job. My job is not to be the superior parent. I'm better than her. I'm the dad. I'm better. You know what I'm saying? That's not my job. My job is to be her equal. I'm her counterpart. I work with her. Like she's the big cog, I'm the little cog. You know what I'm saying? Like when she need me, I'm supposed to know when she need me and when I'm supposed to step in. You know? And once again, I'm not ego driven no more. Being ego driven almost made me lose my family. I don't need that. I want my family. I need my family. I'm not me without my family. So I need to be this. I need to be the little cog.
And what the hell is a cog?
Right. Like you know, like
cog.
in a watch. A cog is like the little clicker thing in the side of a watch.
Okay, so I'm the big one, and you're the little one that connects to the little cog. The little cog.
You know, I seem irrelevant, but I really do work. I'm the little cog. I do a job. I move her around. That's me. So when the little big cog and kicking it, I come in. I be like, oh, and I seen Melissa doing her best to try to make her son, and Laylo's a great kid, but he does have a way with his mom where he knows, like, my mom feels what I say.
He was from Boston now.
You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, if I say something, my mom gonna feel it. And he was working on his mom, almost like, let me make her feel guilty.
But he wasn't gonna get nowhere.
I knew he wasn't,
because they were already gone.
I knew he wasn't.
Like, why are we talking about this?
This is done already. You can't think back no more. But I try to ignore it as much as I can. I'm gonna let the big cog handle this business right now because, you know, they have their own unique.
We love Boston.
You know what I'm saying? But after a while, once again, the little cog's job is to know when he needs to step in. So I kind of, and you know what? I'm gonna still give the respect to my son because
he took it.
Did he agree with what we made the decision? No, he did not like it at all. If he could have had his way, he'd be chilling right now at the hotel doing whatever whatever. But he's a good kid.
If it was me, I would have got a ride and snuck out the house.
Yep. And if it was me, I'd have been hating my parents. But this is Laylo, and he's better than both of us. You know what I'm saying? And like, I see Melissa trying her best to articulate herself, like trying to make him understand. But you know how it is being the young kid. I'm not going to understand you. I want you to understand me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm the young kid. I don't understand that logic. You know what I'm saying? Like, I need you to understand my logic. And he knows that he's able to do that with his mom because his mom created this safe environment for him. Hey, listen, dude, you can tell me exactly how you feel.
Yeah, my kids.
And I'm going to take it.
Yeah, they know they can't do that with their father. But I have to have that with my babies.
Yep. Because
I know how it felt to not have anybody who understood me.
Right, that took me first.
So for me, I take the time to understand what you're feeling first, and then I let you know why I'm saying what I'm saying. I listen first before reacting. Kilo reacts first and then
think about it later and be like, damn, you know, I could have handled that a little bit better if I would have just thought about it. But me,
that's
I'm more
right,
reaction.
Anchor. You know
but
what?
I think that's the beauty of the opposite attract like this. So us men that's out there, or men that's out there listening to this right now, listen, our role is very important, even if it seems like it's not. Like, our job is to seem like we're not important. Like, we're not making this shit. We're not the glue to this whole shit. That's our job. And we're the punching bag, we're the strength when we need to be. And I think the more in tune we are,
that's definitely true, Christina. Our kids are way better than we were.
Way better.
Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, we were there. We know the thought process. Maybe you're not thinking it, but we're 2 steps ahead. That's what it means when you're 2 steps ahead. Because Kilo wouldn't even think like that.
No.
I would be like the one, like, let me go check the window. Let me make sure I stay up until 3 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? But I don't feel like I have to do that with my babies.
Thank
God, you know what I'm saying? Because and Laylo, he tells me things about what his friends do and everything. And Laylo said today, see,
me too.
I probably shouldn't have told you that. I
but
probably shouldn't have told you that because now you think something about this dude, and there's nothing wrong with him. He's a good guy. He got a 5.0 average. I was like, but I don't know him and I don't care. Something in my gut is telling me, and I always go with intuition, guys. Back in the day, I felt like there was a part of me that felt like I was almost psychic. Okay. Until I got on medication and that shit dulled down. And by the way, intuition is a big part of my family. So when I when I do get a intuition, I go with it.
Yeah.
Because there has been a lot of times that I always went with it, and something always happened. There was many times I'd be like, Kilo, don't do that. I feel like something, and then I'll be like, see, I told you. Yeah. But anyway, the other day I got emotional because I'm going back to the story of Lalo had to work early in the morning, and I called him to see what time he had to come home. And he was like, oh, I'm out now. I'm on my way. I was like, wait, I'm coming. I'm going to come get you. It was like 100 degrees, guys. It was so freaking hot. And I'm like, I'm coming to get you.
That's a mother's love.
So I'm like, at this time, I'm on the phone with the insurance company. I got all kids here. You guys are about to see a vlog, a cleaning vlog.
The nieces, the nephews.
We had 9 people here, okay? We had all the nieces and the nephews here. So I'm like trying to, and my car don't always want to start when I wanted to, and it was 100 degrees, and like I tell Kilo I'm going to get Lalo.
I'm crampy and having this pain.
He's having his whole kidney stone. He's having a baby. It was really bad. So I'm like, okay, I'm getting in the car. I'm coming now. Well, it took me a little bit, but I'm thinking, he's going to stay there because who wants to walk in 100-degree weather? Well, my baby did. Okay. By the time I call him, I'm like, I'm on my way. He's like, I'm almost home. So I'm like, in my mind, I start getting emotional. Now, I was already overwhelmed with the insurance company and all this other stuff that's going on that you guys will eventually know about. I was very overwhelmed, very overwhelmed. And as you know, I lowered my medication. So it's me dealing with this shit.
It's you dealing with
And like I said, I become emotional. And then I get over it because I'm not much of a crybaby. But when I'm holding things in, eventually I bust. And usually it's in emotion, like with my children, I guess. I don't know. So anyway, I'm in the car and I'm going to get him. And I'm like, where are you? He's like, oh, I'm here. I'm down the street. And I'm like, well, I'm coming to get you. So I go. He's walking. He's sweaty. He got his shirt off. You know how Lalo is, always without no shirt. He don't care. He's buff. You should see. I got to show you guys a picture of his damn legs. He got Popeye legs. Anyway, I wasn't afraid of him walking. I mean, because I used to walk to work. You know what I'm saying? When I didn't have a car, I used to walk to work. Okay. 2 miles sometimes. So, but anyway, it's so hot and I'm so scared. Like, I just don't want him passing out in the street, whatever. But yeah, he was stubborn, Ladybird, and he walked. He wants to show his father that he's the man, that he is becoming a man. So I'm like, okay, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So whatever. So I did it again. So I get to pick him up. He gets in the car all sweaty, whatever. And I tell him, come on, let's go so you can ride your bike. I don't think he wants to ride his bike no more. But I'm like, come on, let's go if you want to be independent, let's go get the tube for your bike. Now his friend has a tube. I was going to get a patch, whatever. He says, no, Ma. My friend got it. Why do I'm not going to go out and buy one. I'm like, come on, Lilo, let's just go get it right now. Go get it right now. I don't want to see you walking in this 100 degrees. I'd rather you ride a bike, get the breeze in your face, whatever. It's better. He'll be home in like 10 minutes versus a half an hour walk. He tells me, no. All of a sudden, I just start crying. I just don't want you to be hot and pass out when you're walking. So then he's like, Ma, why are you crying? I'm fine. I was good. I could walk. And then Kilo had to remind me, like, he runs track in 100-degree weather. Like, he does this. Like, if he wanted to go play basketball, which he did today, he walks and finds his way. So why are you worried? Like, why are you worried? But anyway, I made sure that I wiped my eyes and everything. I was all good before I came home, so nobody knew I was crying. And I was just back to myself. But I needed that cry because I was like,
some mother's love, man.
I was just emotional. And I just felt like I didn't want him to think like I was trying to be there.
Especially from a guy.
I just need them to know if you need me, I'm there. I got you. Yes, I want you to be independent, but don't be so independent that you're stupid and like it's 100 degrees and you die in the street. Right. You know what I'm saying? So, hey Margie.
Yeah, like I said, even when later on, he was like kind of expressing his frustration with his mom.
you know, and then she trying her best to make him understand, but he was trying his best to make her understand, you know, and like I said,
Make sure you like this live.
I was trying to ignore them, but eventually I just felt like she needed me, you know, or
And
the situation needed me.
Make sure that you comment if you're in the chat. I mean, if you're in the live, please comment because we want to know who
Make
you
yourself
are.
known, no doubt.
Exactly.
And so eventually I just was like, you know what, I need to go in here. I need to stop ignoring all this. You know, I went in there and I said a couple words, you know, to my son. And, you know, I respect him because he turned around and was like, you know, he listened. Like, that's why I say I respect Lalo, man. You know, he's a good guy, man. He's destined for greatness, man. And I know he's not gonna understand everything that we're saying right now because he's so eager to grow up. He's so eager to be an adult and, you know, all his friends, and it's normal. It's normal.
Did I cry yesterday?
So
did I cry yesterday?
But
was yesterday the day?
I really am a problem.
No, it was the day before.
I can't remember. Melissa is
no,
very
Anchor
emotional.
said did
she
you
loves
cry
her
yesterday?
Kids, man, so much, man. I don't know if her kids even realize. Like,
Girl,
she carries.
Listen, Ladybird. Okay, my son's been working for a month. He don't have to pay no bills. He don't have to pay nothing. I'm not making him pay anything right now. Although I should make him start paying his phone bill just to like learn responsibility.
Right,
I haven't yet because I did that with Unique and I did that with Tony, but I haven't yet. He saves. He's a saver. He does not spend. He made money last summer and he still has $1,000 from the last summer. He's good. He learned from his mama. You know, you pinch them pennies and you save for what you really need. And when it's there and you want it, you got it. So he's good, girl. He's good. We just got him a savings account and everything.
It's just
I got it. Of course, it looks like I got money in my account, but really I don't got. It's his money.
Right.
But
it's about staying the course, man. You know, like our kids are going to want to grow up now. And it's our job to make sure it's in moderation. You know, like you don't want to hold them back.
Hey,
but you don't want to give them the full keys yet, neither. You know, one day, I won't be able to tell you yes or no. You'll be able to make your own decisions. But while we are in the position to make decisions for you,
right, Desi? That's
we
what
are
I'm
going
saying.
to do our best to make the best decisions, even if you don't agree with them at the time.
Yeah, Desi said this was it's so hard. I tell my son all the time, these kids don't have any rules. Doesn't mean you are not going to have rules. Exactly. And that's what they think of. Like, and I told her, I was like, well, their parents just don't care enough then. But I do. I care if you die, son.
Right. They're competing against what their friends are doing and what their parents want them to do. Like, and that's what makes it hard as a child growing up, being able to determine the happy middle to both of those. Because we want them to be advanced. Because, listen, you're me in the next generation. I need you to be advanced. I need you to be the best that you could be for your generation. But at the same time, here's the roots that keep us us. Like, this is what makes us us. And listen, they're not always going to understand, agree, or see the vision. But it's our job to keep their best interests at hand. You know, like I'm saying no now.
I told Layla, I was like, soon enough, you'll be 18 and you'll be doing whatever the fuck you want, okay? Of course, he's still gonna have rules if he lives in my house.
Right.
But more than likely, Layla will be in college, staying at a dorm. That's what he's gonna do. If a college gives him, if a college I told him, I was like, if a college gives you a scholarship and it's in California, you're going. You are going. Even if it's for 6 months, I want my baby to experience everything he can. He worked so hard for it. Okay. So, I told him, I was like, eventually you're going to have that time. So why does it make a difference from now to 6 months from now then? Because you're still 17 and you're still, if I can still protect you, I'm going to.
Right now I'm still.
Because I don't want you dying yet.
It's different when
he leaves, I'll just be praying every day.
And I think kids will never understand that. Kids will never understand that until they have their own kids. The promises you make to a child, to a baby, an infant. When you was an infant, I made some promises to you. And I'm going to see those promises through. Now, unfortunately, me or you thought about when you were older that you will question these promises, but it's still my job as your parent to make the best decision I can for you. You're not always going to like them. You're not, you know what I'm saying? We're not always going to think the same. But one thing you're not going to do is question what I do for you as a parent. I'm doing what I think is best for you. Like the one thing you're not going to do is not allow me to be your mom, your dad. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the one thing you're not going to do. You're not going to question my means.
So I'm really not strict at all. Like really, I don't have to be strict with Laylo. But when I make a decision, it's really like okay,
I feel like for me, I have to. I feel like for me, I have to be strict to Laylo because he's a man, and all men want to become the alpha male. And not saying that we're competing to be the alpha male, but you're only could be an alpha male in your own family. Like that's when you find your wife and you have your kids is when you're the alpha male.
That's
if you're in if you're under my guidance, then you're under my guidance. You're not always going to agree with it because you're growing, in this part of life. You're growing older and you want to test the boundaries. You want to test not only what we taught you, but what you see, But I think it's just really important for us parents to stay the course. Like, honestly, that's my best opinion. Stay the course. Our kids, hopefully our kids understand, and luckily for us, Laylo does.
Look what Desi said. Any tips on dealing with my 11-year-old daughter? She has tested me all day, every day. She does shit my boys have never done. Girl, we in the same predicament. Me and my daughter. Girls, my boys would, even Laylo and Andrew.
There's that double standard again.
We could never get away with that.
Listen, there's that double standard again. I feel like it's almost easier to install leadership qualities in boys than it is girls because girls are more emotional.
Yep.
Reality doesn't play a part in their world.
Angie is soon to get her period. She's soon to get her period soon. I was like 9.5, 10.
A girl's path is so much harder, man. It's so much harder. Self-love is so important. With a boy, it's almost like they're so full of themselves.
You are definitely not alone.
But with a girl needs reassurance.
Angie, at 5 years old, my boys would have never did this shit. Okay, and even the boys be like, "Oh, Angie gets up." I don't know how you let Angie do that. When Angie was about 5, 6 years old, girl, she used to hang on to the door frame so that I couldn't put her in timeout. I'll put her in timeout. Her ass would be right back out the door. She would not listen. She was not afraid. I was afraid that I'm like, damn, do I have to beat her? I don't want to have to beat. I don't hit my kids. So it's like, what is, but
girls,
thank God she's good now.
Girls need so much more.
She'll get past it. Once she knows she can't give in.
I feel like she's 11 years old. They need 10, so much more.
No, she's 11.
How do you say it? How do I put this in words? Like reinsurance. A girl.
You got to remember being 11
so much
and
more
having
reinsurance.
Hormones too, Desi. So if you're noticing that she is more moody and talking back more and testing you, it's probably because she's hormonal and she's going through a lot of shit. Remember back in the day, not knowing all these hormones going on through your body, like. Sometimes Angie will cry and be emotional for a stupid reason. I'll be like,
because girls are more emotional.
She's like, why am I like this? I'm like,
you have to really
tap into a woman's, yeah.
You have to really tap into a woman's
put yourself
self-awareness, like self-love. Like that is more important. There are so many young ladies out here so lost because they're looking for some man to fill a void in them, and no man can ever fill that void. You really have to tap into a woman's
I don't know. Oh, she said her husband. So she's with her husband. Her husband said that that my husband is always telling me I let her get away with too much. And Kilo has said that too. Kilo will be like, how do you let her talk to you like that? Why do you let
to your man?
And
he sees the outside.
I let her vent. Keela would not let her vent. I let her vent. And then you know what? She might be out of line and I might get upset. And then guess what? She'll go and she'll think about how she was acting and she'll come back and she'll say sorry. And most of the time, it's not because she wants something. It's not because she wants, she feels bad. She had time to think about, you know what I'm saying? Because usually she punishes herself. She'll be like, I'm going upstairs. And I won't want her to go upstairs. I'll be like, get your little butt back down here. But she'll go upstairs and then she'll think about it and then she'll come back down. She'll be like, I'm sorry, Mommy, for yelling at you. You know, and then I'll give her a hug, tell her that I love her, you know, and be like, I understand, but, you know, like I told her, I understand why you're upset.
Girls are harder to raise, man.
Yeah.
Because they really need that reassurance. They really
Thank you, Lady Bird.
Yeah, you really need this. They need to really be polished, and like we really need to secure our daughters with that self-worth, because the whole world doesn't portray a woman correctly. You know what I'm saying? Like, where's their role models? I feel like there's a lot of male role models, but not a lot of women role models, unfortunately. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm just ignorant to the fact. But girls, it takes extra time. You need to really make, because once again, girls are emotional. Boys don't ask 1,000 questions. Girls do. Like, you know, like we're simple. Girls are complex. Like, you really need to be on top of these girls, our ladies, and it's important, man. It really is. It really is important. But we got this, and we could do it. Like, once again, appearance love it's unique, man. You don't know until you're a parent. And one day Layla will understand. When he has a 17-year-old son, he's going to think back like, okay, these are the dangers my parents were afraid of. You know, right now, Layla got all the answers. But in reality, don't none of us. We're all still learning, you know? Probably talk to an 80-year-old person. He can tell you he's still learning too, you know? Squad up, man. Squad up. It's so hard, and I want her to value herself, love herself. She's smart, and she's 11 years old. You know, and I say,
that damn social media.
I say, spend more time with her, and really, like, just let her know. Like, listen, let me put you on. Like, listen, this is the world. This is the world. Like, I don't know, man.
It's harder now, guys.
Like, you really want your girl to be empowered.
It was so different. Things were easier. It's very hard.
It is hard
for these girls and guys.
They fight social media. We only had to worry about the people on the block. They have to worry about people on their phone. It's all over the world.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Their road is definitely
right. When you came home from school, if you had somebody who was not, you know, like, let's say you had somebody who you weren't cool with at school. When you came home, you were in your own world. You were, you know, everything was cool. Everything was, you don't have to deal with that. But now it's like, if they're social
the whole world is right here,
and they'll attack you.
So invest your time into them. Listen, hey, don't worry about being their best friend.
Hi, Tracy.
In fact, what up, Tracy? Because actuality, like, the best people in this world are the people that tell you the truth, even though they know it's going to hurt your feelings. Like, we need to not be worried about always being on the same team. Like, listen, you know, my job is not to see things like you see it. My job is to see the darkness when you guys just see the light. And we understand that with our kids. Like, we teach our kids, we shelter our kids, we protect our kids. Of course, you don't see what we see. Of course, you think it's all rainbows and butterflies. Of course, that's how I'm raising you. But like I said, like, it's my job to be your parent. I'm not always going to say what you like, you know, and we'll know how to raise our kids, man. Like, trust me. Like, I think, like with Melissa, like you need that parent where you feel like I could tell you stuff and you're not going to see me or hold it against me. But at the same time, never let an opportunity slip where we could use this as a PBS special. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's teach our kids, yo, expect more, you know, like, yo, demand more. Yeah, the world says this, but doesn't mean that needs to be your reality, you know, and hopefully in doing that, we could raise a stronger generation. They need it. They need that strength. They'll be good, man. Our kids are like we're great parents, man. Like once again, I feel like as long as your kids don't have your story, you won. You know, you're not going to be perfect because you're not designed to be perfect. But it's your job to teach your kids to be better than you. And then it's your kids' job to teach their kids to be better than them. You know, you don't have to have all the answers. You just have to be willing to put up with the fight. Like, I love you so much that I'm willing to be the obstacle. Because I'd rather be your obstacle than the world. Because the world don't love you like the way I love you. You know? So, I mean, let's encourage our kids to be themselves, but at the same time, don't be so willing or bending. Like, it's okay to be the anchor every once in a while.
Anchor.
You know what I'm saying?
All right, guys. I'm ready to go.
Ready, baby?
I'm tired.
Yeah. I had a great time with you. Damn, we almost been on for 3 hours.
Don't forget to like the live if you
that.
haven't before you leave.
Squad up, guys.
We'll be back again.
I hope through our crazy ass stories that we can help you guys find strength together. You know, we're rooting for you guys. We want
Lucky.
all of us
Shout
to be
out
happy.
to you. You've been here. You and Anchor been here all night. All night.
You know, love each other, guys. If you're lucky like us and you have, you know, you're together and you have a man and a husband together, or a father, or however your dynamics work in your household, but you have a mate to help you, man. You know, keep fighting, stay together, not to break
Tracy,
apart.
you're gonna want to go and rewatch this live, skip through it or whatever, because there is some major laughs in here.
A lot of tea
and some tea,
some hot tea.
Yep, that's what's good about these lives. Like, you ain't gonna get the tea unless you're on it. You ain't gonna get it unless you are sticking around.
And at the same
Most
time,
likely you'll get it about an hour in, because by that time we're tipsy. But we love you guys.
and at the same time, thank you guys being there for us. Believe it or not, that's the best therapy right here, talking to your peoples. You know, so keep choosing life, guys. Keep choosing each other. Keep choosing you. Until the next video or the next live,
we'll catch you on the flip side. Hashtag flipsiders.
All right, guys. Had a great night with you, man. Keep that energy going. I'll see you guys next weekend. All right? Peace.